Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 74 of the A-listers, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are out here. And speaking of out, Man United are out of the FA Cup. Zerkse missing the penalty. Oh, Zerkamp. Oh, he's so technically gifted. He's so amazing. Yeah, hold that, buddy. Hold that, buddy. You get me? So we're here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Look, there's 200 people in the building already. This is my only stream today. Tomorrow, inshallah, we're back to double streaming. Wednesday, we've got Ahwa, inshallah, and the Liverpool PSG game. And Thursday, we've got the, what's it called? The Sociedad versus Man United game. Despite my hatred towards Zubimendi, my hatred towards Manchester United is a lot more big. Let's just put it that way. So we've got a lot of content coming your way. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to everyone who's supported us. Big up to everyone who's shown us love, throughout, our journey on YouTube. Big up to all of you guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And everyone who's about to come on, their channels are in the description. So make sure to guys, give them a subscribe as well. Joining me first and foremost, he's through to the next round. He is not a bum, unlike his other Manchester counterpart. Man like Vator is in the building. Hi, Vator.
What it is. Thanks for having me on, man. Advancing to the FA Cup. It's an honor. It's a tournament that should be respected. It's a tournament that should be taken serious by all English clubs. And to be able to advance, I'm happy for it, especially with the season that I'm having and how my team's been performing. So on to the next. We go.
I can't stand you.
What you can't stand me after that? What did I say?
I don't know. I just can't stand you, Vator. I just don't want to see you happy. I want to see you happy in real life, but like not football related. Anyway,
you know what? I share that with you actually. That.
I hear you. Nah, not this season. This season, a lot of your fan base wanted me to win, so you can't say you share that with me. I'll be honest with you.
What? I don't want you to win.
Actually, 99% of City fans, when asked, like even LB, when me and him were on TV together, he's like, man, they asked him, the guy like asked him as a question. He was like, so who do you prefer to win the league? Be honest. And he's like, Liverpool, just.
yeah, just. It's one of those.
Just, yeah, it is what it is. Joining us next on the channel, you get me, Arsenal fan, here replacing Egal. Egal can't make it today because he has a dinner or something like this with one of his family members. But he's here all the way from Australia, Canada. You get me? I always put Australia first, unlike Mo, because I don't want to trigger him. Absolutely love working with this guy. Some people call him delusional. Some people call him positive. Some people say he backs the club regardless. But he's here. Man, the myth, the legend, Martin is in the building. Hi, Martin.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for the intro. I don't want to break up the City Pool love affair you guys had going there for a second, but I'm here. Anyone but Arsenal, I understand. It's just who we are. And I'll try and be Egal for today. So thanks for having me on this prestigious show.
Wow. I don't know how the chat will take that, to be fair. Jacob will be joining us, by the way. So he's on his way. Don't worry, I know you want a piece of Jacob. Joining us next on the channel, Chelsea fan, you get me. Lewis bottled it because he's a bottle job. But this guy always steps up to the occasion. He comes up clutch. He really is the Didier Drogba of the Chelsea content creators. He's always there, scoring goals, cooking everyone. And, we're going to ask him his thoughts on Chelsea Copenhagen. You get me? Ahmed is in the building. Hi, Ahmed. How are you doing, mate?
How are you doing, guys? Hope you're doing well. Copenhagen's a big game, Some people, they're not even in Europe, so they need to show some respect.
Oh, damn. Who's not in Europe?
Shots fired.
I just wanted to, when people are trying to cook me for being Conference League, get in Europe before you can even say that. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I hear you're talking about the two Manchester clubs. Some people are not even in Europe or in the Carabao Cup or in the Premier League or in the FA Cup.
Was that directed at me?
Some of them are just
No, that wasn't to you, man. I was just me, just being in
Everything
general. If that
applies
was,
to you, Vator, bro.
if it was to you, you know me, man. I'm a very
Yeah,
direct
we're
player.
about to introduce Man
I'm very
United,
direct.
man. We're about to introduce Shik is here. Can we introduce Shik?
Okay, you said the Manchester
His club is a
club.
whole bum club, bro. Like they're out the FA Cup, they're out the Carabao Cup. They can't compete in the Premier League. Europa, they're gonna be out soon. Like, let's be serious. Their season's done anyway. But he's here so he doesn't get fined. He's here anyway. The fraud from the United States. Hi, Shik. How you doing, mate?
Big up, everyone. I like I said, man, I am here just so that I don't get fined. I'm going to stay here and say the same thing I say every single week. We're out of another competition. Season's over. Everything's done, man. Move on to next season.
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
No.
14th in the league.
I'm here so I won't get fined. 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 I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm here so
This Sheik right now. Look at this. Sheik hasn't smiled in a long time. Yeah, he hasn't, mate. He hasn't
man.
smiled in a really long time, bro. I ain't seen Sheik smiling since the draw at Anfield. I'll be honest with you. Like, actually, I haven't seen him smile for a really long time now. But hey, it's the perfect place to start. Sheik TV, The Bridge Nation, Vator Games TV, United Spurs of America, and Sad's Football Corner is in the description. Also, Lewis and Egal's channels are in the description as well. So make sure you guys go give them all a subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Listen, 300 people in the building already. Let's get the likes up so it helps push the algorithms. You get me? So, yeah. There's only one place to start before we get to talking about European competitions and the like the big stuff. Let's talk about Little Man United. Sheik, yesterday, Fulham, mate. You get me? Fulham. Wallahi, that was the most embarrassing game ever. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah. About the game itself, yeah, terrible game. Even for a neutral to watch, I think it was a boring fest for sure. Both teams were shocking. Fulham were shocking at times in the first half. We were as well. And to sum it up, this is everything in a nutshell, man. Nothing was going to improve. I don't think if anyone sat there thinking we're going to advance in these tournaments and all of a sudden scam our way to a trophy yet again this season is a lot different. We are worse. Like, we are in our worst ever run of form, 14th in the Premier League, out of domestic competitions. Like Hassam was saying, there's some pretty damning stats that I could honestly bring up about this team. Garnacho hasn't scored for 21 games. Højlund hasn't scored for 16 games. The last time that we took a lead in the first half through open play goal was 18 in the last 18 games. 18 games ago was when we did that against Forest, which we lost, by the way. So yeah, it's like, I don't know what to tell you. It sums up everything that's going on with our club. I have everyone to blame, to be honest. Manager for the lineup sometimes that he's been putting out, consistently picking Rasmus Højlund. Give that kid Cheeto a chance. He looked bright when he came on yesterday to a certain extent. I think he did much, much better than Højlund did all game, to be honest, even though he didn't score. But it's just stuff like that. And yeah, man, it's just everything from top to bottom from this club is just terrible. I don't know. Season's over for me. I didn't think we were going to advance against Fulham. The way that we played against Fulham a couple of weeks ago when we were away to them in the Premier League, that game summed it up itself. They could have won that game too. We had our first shot on target from the only goal that we scored that game, which was from Lisandro Martinez, who is now injured. We don't even have him. So it's like, this game was always going to be tough. Bruno Fernandes scored the goal. Credit to him. It took individual brilliance yet again for someone to score a goal. But besides that, like Xerxes adds a lot, but he ain't scoring goals. Like Højlund adds nothing. He's not scoring no goals. He can't even keep the ball. Garnacho can't keep his head up. Defensively, at times, it's like I feel like we have a great shape throughout the game, but then all of a sudden we concede stupid goals like that. A flick on. We conceded the same exact goal the last time we played them in the FA Cup. I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a clip that's been going on Twitter. We conceded the same exact goal to them in the FA Cup when we played them a couple of seasons ago under Ten Hag. The same exact goal. Like, ditto. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, I'm here just so that I don't get fined. You guys talk about title races every now and then. I'm just standing there.
I'm going to ask you a question.
With orange juice in my hand. Like
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
ask
like,
you a
yeah,
question
like
before you
it's just
get
what
to
it
it,
is.
because you don't know what to say, and you know you're feeling really bad and stuff. I'm gonna
Of
ask you
course.
the $1 million question,
Mhm.
because this has been a conversation in your fan base already. The Amarim out movement, mate. Are you part of the Amarim out movement? What's going on?
I'm not part of the Emperor Mount movement, to be honest. No, because although I have,
Ahmed is
and I
laughing.
have,
It's true. Just search Amarim out on Twitter. You'll see like
no, there
millions of
is,
tweets.
there's a
It's
lot
true.
of
Allah,
people.
I'm not making it up. It's reality.
There is a lot of people, and I have been critical of
Can't
Emram
hear you.
from time to time, and I've been saying I'm not Emram out, but I've been saying I'm Emram accountable, like holding him accountable for certain decisions, and obviously the place that we're in the Premier League. I've said this before. If I asked all of you people, Emram is coming into United, you would have all said you expected a better job than this, and I would have said that as well. And you have to hold him accountable to a certain extent for sure. Although I know this squad I have seen in a different system with a back four was not honestly a lot any better than what they're showing right now. Yes, they scammed their way to an FA Cup last season, which ended up resulting into the manager staying. But we had our worst ever season in the Champions League last year. We scored 57 goals last year. We're on par to score 45, and this is honestly the same squad.
It's not the same squad.
It is the same squad. It is majority of it is the same
No,
squad.
it's not the same squad.
Bruno-
Lenny Oro,
Br-
Ugarte,
okay,
Xerxes, that's not the same squad.
Okay, but Onana is still the same.
I
Hoyland
get
is still
to say
the
that's
same.
the same squad because
I can
don't play.
it's not the same squad, but then again, this is also players. Some of the players who I think have not been playing well have been invested. These Hoyland 75 million signing was our last manager's investment. Onana last season was our last manager's investment. And look at these guys. Onana in the Ipswich game, 2 mistakes. He's not got any. They've not improved. Nothing has improved at the club, to be honest. We are sitting in 14th. We are worse than last season. Hossam, at the start of this season, we did Z. If you guys know who Z is, he's in everyone's chat every now and then.
Yes, I know Z. He said
Z predicted 89
goals
goals this season. I said we were going to score 45. Here, let's do the math together, right? Right now, we are sitting at 33 goals that we have scored this season. We have played 27 games. We still have to play Forest. We still have to play Villa at home. We still have to play Chelsea away. We still have to play Bournemouth. We still have to play Man City at home. We still have to play Arsenal. All these teams combined, right? Let's just say we have to score. Let's just say, let me be a little bit generous and say we score 1 goal in each of those games. So that's an extra 11 goals. We finish the season with 44 goals this season in the Premier League. And I told everyone at the start of this season, under Ten Hag, with the transfer window that we had, we were going to score 45. We have no attack. Who's scoring the goals? Genuinely.
But you
We create chances here and there, but we're not finishing any chances. We don't have those players. We don't have those strikers. And then all of a sudden you give this squad, a squad that scored 57 goals last season, is now on par to score 45 goals this season. And yes, the squad's gone thinner. We've lost some of, even I don't rate Rashford, but we've lost some of Rashford's goals. Anthony wasn't really scoring goals like that, so it's not like we lost his goals. But we've gotten worse in terms of the attack. And now we've given this squad a whole new system to implement at the middle of the season while we were already having a terrible season.
Okay, but
I've said this.
I just want to jump in for a second.
Oh my goodness.
This is like the saddest thing. Okay, for anyone that's grown up with the Premier League for the last 30 odd years, Manchester United being in the mud was the thing that we dreamt about happening, and it just felt like it was never going to happen. Now Manchester United is so in the mud that no one even wants to cook them anymore.
What? No. I do.
Well, the way they just get this flying under the radar because there's so much more
Ahmed,
drama
wallahi,
going
we
on in
can't
the
hear
Premier
you.
League. But
Go ahead,
what
man.
Amarim should have done is get a value out of Rashford, get value out of Sancho, get value out of Anthony. That's what a new manager bounce is supposed to do: is take these players who are completely demotivated.
Sancho had
turn
left
them into
before
something for your
Ruben
club,
arrived.
right?
Sancho had left before Ruben arrived, and Rashford, yeah, you could say that, but I mean, to be honest, Rashford is a player that we can't. I don't want to sit here and do the revisionism on Rashford yet again. It's been ample. There's a lot of other reasons for why Rashford should be leaving the club. However, the whole thing of like him outcasting Rashford, but then continuing to play players like Højlund and Garnacho
Oh
from
my
time to
goodness.
time again.
But
I
who
don't
do you want him to
understand.
play? Like,
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
exactly.
I'm sorry, Shik. Yeah, I need to, I need to,
Scapegoating,
I have to
noticed.
step in here. I have
How
to
am I
step in here before you go,
Islam,
Shik. Yeah.
One second.
No,
How
let
am I
Ahmed go first. I'll
No,
tell you
Can I?
how
One
you're
second. Let me.
scapegoating after.
How am I scapegoating a player?
Because this is
who's
the common
who's
theme in Man United fans for
how?
the last 10 years.
Let
You
me say
point
this.
out
Let
the
me say
guy
this.
that no one likes and you just mention him. Oh, this is Garnacho and Højlund. Yeah, Habibi, Xerxes was crap. Yeah.
Like my point,
Bro,
my argument is
Xerxes-
even. My argument even
Xerxes
acted.
was one of our better players yesterday. Whether you want to
No,
talk
he was
about
not.
his whether you want to talk about his time under Ruben Amorim so far, that's a completely different conversation, and I will hear that he's not been the best. But in yesterday's game, he did much better than Højlund. But you want to say that I'm scapegoating Højlund? I'm not.
Wow. So
How am I
no,
scapegoating?
but your logic is flawed then.
No.
Because your
How?
logic
One
is-
second.
No. Your
How
logic
am I
is, let me tell you, can I tell you
How
the
am I-
issue? Your
Okay, go
logic
on.
can't be he's better than Højlund. Because
He
imagine
did
I
better
come here
than
and I tell
Højlund
you,
yesterday.
No,
He
but
did better than
we can all
Højlund
do this.
yesterday.
Hear me out, Habibi. We can
Okay.
all do this. I'll give you an example from everyone on the panel right now. Okay, Martin can come here at any given occasion and go like, "Oh, he's better than Sterling." Ahmed can say, "Oh, he's better than Mudrik." You know, Vator can say, "Oh, he's better than Matheus Nunes." I can say he's better than Darwin Nunez, and that's it. Your logic can't purely be, "Oh, he's better than a guy who's crap." I think the reason why I mentioned the word scapegoating is the following. Man United fans like to blame the same exact 2-3 people. It's always Garnacho, Højlund, Bruno Fernandes. Those are the three people always talk about. When it comes to your defenders, Delict. Actually, to be fair, in the Amorim era, my honest opinion, wallahi, no banter, Maguire's been your best centre back. I'm not even exaggerating. I think he's
I don't
given
think that's true.
he's given consistent performances at a 7 out of 10 level. Nothing crazy, just 7 out of 10. I'm not gonna go over the top.
Did you see the goals that we were conceding against Everton? That the ball, he was hoofing the ball up high in the air. There's been moments where all of them have been bad. I'm not
Yeah,
going
but
to
why do
single
you
out.
just not point out Xerxes then and say it was a good game? No,
I
he
just said
It's
this.
not on
I
script,
said
that's
this.
why.
I said
he missed a pen as well.
yesterday. Okay, yeah, he missed a pen. That's fine, cool. I understand that. But yesterday's game, I thought he was one of our better players. If you're comparing him and Højlund, there's no brainer that he was better than Højlund.
Okay,
All
okay.
I'm saying
My
is this. Let me say
issue-
this too. One second.
Go ahead,
Let me say
Ahmed,
this
I'm
in
next.
defense. I don't understand how you can say that how am I scapegoating Højlund when the guy hasn't scored a goal in 18 games? How is not scoring a goal in 18 games scapegoating someone?
All right, so
How?
the reason why I wanted to actually just like come in here a little bit is that, you know, it's all well and good. We can cook Højlund, we can say Højlund's trash, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's fair, right? But the guy that's coming on, big up to the young academy kid. I'm not gonna cook him,
Tito.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
Tito.
but I don't think he was adding that much more to what Højlund was doing either. With all
Yes,
due
he did.
respect, with all due
course he did.
respect. No, I'll be honest, bro. With all due respect,
Tito was
it
crap as well. Thank you.
It wasn't. No, this is no. I'm not even going. He's a young guy. He's a academy kid. I'm not going to do that. But like, what he was providing was not so much different to what Højlund was providing, right? And I think for me, I feel like the manager, at least in the striker position here, is in a bit more of a crisis situation where it's like, I have to play Højlund. Xerxes is not really known to be a shooter that much, right? Which I understand. And then you got the young lad here, Cheeto, who's not adding as that much either. So it's like he's in a catch-22. Like that's one thing I feel sorry for when it comes to Amorim on that.
I don't see why Amorim gets a free pass for this, because Man United fans have all of a sudden just decided that, hey, road to 40 points. They've taken on this Chelsea cliche thing, but their owner got completely removed from them. They had to rebuild their I can understand Chelsea ironically doing that, but Manchester United have fallen into this nothing matters anymore. We're going to rebuild at some point and everything will turn out okay. But Amorim is being completely excused of any
we're so
responsibility
crap, we're
here.
just supposed to accept it.
This
Like
is
what?
what I wanted to add in, and I wanted to take my time.
Vator about to be shameless. I love it.
No, I'm not gonna be shameless. I'm not gonna be shameless.
Yeah,
But
I can tell from your smile, and I love
Let
it.
Vader
Go on.
cook, man. He's cooking something, man.
Yeah,
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Go on.
Let's
listen, the thing that's interesting, right? United fans, they're predictable. United fans go from the same script, because it wasn't so long ago where it was like, oh, McFred. Every time there's something wrong, we're gonna do the McFred. now McFred's gone. Now we got, who are we focusing on? Ooh, now we got to focus on everything's going to be on Højlund. Everything's Højlund. Højlund. Everything. Now, you ask the manager, who is he supposed to play? Ahmed asked the question. the youngster. Again, United fans, same script, shiny new toy. Oh, we're all gonna want the thing that's new. This young kid hasn't proven anything, hasn't done anything. Let's play him. Of course, he's gonna be better. No, he's only gonna be better because you haven't seen him, and he doesn't have the track record to show you the failures that he's gonna have. Because everybody's crap at United. You know what? McFred left. What's he doing? Balling. Anthony left. What's he doing? Actually looking like a player.
Hey, he won against Real Madrid.
That's what I'm saying. Players need to leave. Players need to leave. And look what Rashford's about to do at Aston Villa. United, you're garbage right now. So you need to just hold that instead of scapegoating players because everybody on board are bad. The manager, and I get it, Shik. I get it. Listen, I'm not going to crash it too much on you. But you're like, I'm not hammering out. I'm just hammering what? What'd you say? Accountability. That's a safe way to be like, I'm on the fence.
Yeah, that's a very safe
I'm not
answer. Very safe answer, I'll be honest.
I'm not. Look, I said this. I have had expectations for Amram, and they haven't been met. And of course, I am like looking at a little bit sideways, like, what is it really that I can look at to believe in you going into next season? And now you've also, because one thing I'll say this is that yesterday, if you heard about his comments where they asked him, "Oh, you're not out of the FA Cup," he said, "My goal when I got here was to win the Premier League," kind of indicating that he's been told by the club that he's here past the season for a little, like maybe a long term, or that's what just their long term objective is. And maybe him and the club together have decided that. And that's what I've been inclined to believe all this time too, a little bit, is that they've told him this season is a wash. You can tell from the lineups that he's playing and from the players that he's the whole idea of selling players to buy players that he's also been talking about in press conferences. The fact that we only bought one signing in January kind of tells me that they've given him a wash, but then now they've put so much pressure on the summer transfer window that we'd have to buy at least 4 to 5 players. By the way, Rashford's not away.
I'm so sorry, G. I have to say you here 1 second. Yeah, my issue is if this season is the alleged free pass that it is, then why have I not seen academy kids? You know that in that aspect,
that's
I have
the
to
same
say
question
that's the one we have to see. Like, if it is truly a free pass, I don't need to be seeing Dalot, with all due respect, on the wing. I don't need to be seeing Maguire. I don't need to be seeing some of these guys that you don't rate.
They're not that good.
That's, I mean,
but that's my point. But that's my point.
Though, did you guys honestly think, okay, he's a kid, he's raw, I get it, and just to make Shik feel better, he's better than Højlund. Happy now? So he's better than Højlund.
He was better than Højlund yesterday.
Yeah, he was better than Højlund when he came on. But with all due respect, the guy missed 3 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities.
No, but Hussein,
okay, he has good positioning. He got into those positions. I get it. He's an academy kid, but he missed 3 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, and I'm being totally honest. Now, the reason why me and Vator are in the same camp is I just feel like your fan base for the last 10 years, there's always one guy to blame. It's always one person's fault. First, like 2 seasons ago, when we were like heavy on spaces, Johnny FX1, Ollie. This is all Ollie's fault. Get Ollie out my club. This is, if you just bring me a new manager, he's going to use Donny van de Beek and we're going to challenge for the English Premier League. Like, I heard it all before. And now my issue is, instead of like coming out here and say, this performance is unacceptable, we played like dog shit against Fulham, and every single player was bad, you're like, oh, Xerxes was the best one out of the bad bunch. You know who was the best one out of the bad bunch?
No. One
Can
second.
I tell you who was the best one out of the bad bunch? A player that I hate. And I can't stand that if someone punches him in the face, I'll buy his shirt, and that's Bruno. I can't stand Bruno. Everyone in the chat knows how much I hate Bruno Fernandes. But the one thing I'll say about Bruno is, at least, even without the goal, he was trying to create something. He was getting involved. He was working hard. He was doing something. The rest of them, all 10 of them, were crap, in my opinion, Xerxes included. And your 3 centre-backs. And the goalkeeper with his distribution. And Ugarte. Casemiro was better than him. Casemiro's 48. He came on, he had a better performance than Ugarte. Garnacho, I agree with you. He's garbage. I agree with you, Højlund is garbage, but don't just point them 2 out and act like everyone else is, like we just get rid of these 2 and khalas, we're amazing now. Like, I don't believe that.
They're not good enough to play.
It's crazy. I'm being told that I'm scapegoating Højlund and Garnacho because they haven't scored in 22 games and 18 games, respectively. Okay.
Can I? Is it a hot take?
If this was anybody else, if this was any other player, we'd be cooking them because for those stats. But all of a sudden, because it's Højlund and Garnacho, we're scapegoating them. I'm not just talking about yesterday's game. I'm talking about everything so far. Reality is we are 14th in the league. We are out of basically all cup competitions. We're going to lose on Thursday. I'm just letting you know this, by the way, as well.
Who you
We're going
playing?
to lose on Thursday. Real Sociedad.
Sociedad.
Yes, they just got packed by Barcelona 4-0. That's Barcelona. This is Man United. This is a big difference.
But do you think
Big,
you guys
big
have been
difference.
catfished by Ineos at all? Because I feel like they promised they were going to like bring you back to the promised land, but all they've done is just cut the lunch menu and I don't know, like got rid of your players that might have actually brought you something. I just don't understand the strategy.
They keep
And it's
sacking
like-
people,
That's
bro.
what, that's
That's
what
what I keep
I'm
hearing about
saying.
sackings. Yeah.
That is what I'm saying, though. I don't understand the strategy
They're
either.
calling you
I've been
negative in the
saying
chat.
this from the start of the season. The strategy, let's say, started, whatever their planning is, from the start of the season. Biggest mistake was for keeping Ten Hag.
Keeping Ten
Let's
Hag.
say if you
Signing
sacked him,
players for Ten Hag.
cool. Part of me even thinks
Yeah,
that you
that
could
was a
have.
double whammy.
You could have
was
got
keeping
if
Ten Hag that bad.
yes, it was bad.
No, but
Where
do you,
was he?
do you
Where
think he
was our? We when Ten Hag left this club, we were
They're calling
in
you negative
13th.
for
Yes,
predicting a
we
loss
were in
Thursday.
13th. We're now 14th. Yes,
you
so
think-
we're
Calling you
bad.
negative
But
for predicting a loss Thursday, by the way.
call
Sheik,
me
do you
negative
think-
for predicting a loss. Okay,
Yes,
when a loss
against
happens, don't say that I was negative. I'll say I told you so.
Mm.
It is what it is.
But can
I'm
we-
being
can-
real?
but-
Like
This
Can we
is-
ask the real question? I want to ask the real question here. You know,
Ask.
I know you were cooking Garnacho right now.
calling me a
Uh,
negative fan. What you want me? We just lost to Fulham on penalties. You want me to say,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna go beat Sociedad? Like, what is this? I
Yeah,
don't
listen,
understand, like,
We need to ask the listen. I've got
You
you know
guys are
Sheik. You
favorites in
Sheik.
Europa.
Yeah, but Sheik. What? They're not the favorites. Surely
Are they
not.
not?
No, they can't be
God,
the favorites.
They got to be up there. They got to be up
Yeah.
there.
Favorites
I-
for what?
I think
Man,
Athletic Club has to be the favorites, no?
For
I think
winning
it's.
Europa.
listen,
it's
bro,
less
call me
for
negative
Europa.
fan.
I'm
call
not
me
I've always
whatever.
Bilbao has to be the favorites. No? I'll probably say Bilbao's the favorites, but no, like we thought, you know,
You're
like
the gaslighting like phenom.
Hmm.
Like no one gaslights like Vator Games TV. You're the biggest gaslighter in YouTube history. This whole platform, whatever, like, you know, when we create a video, we have to choose sports, entertainment, movies, education. In all of those together, you're the biggest gaslighter. Did you just call Man United favorites for Europa League? Are you mad?
Should they not? Are they not one of the
They
favorites?
should
They're
be.
15th in the English Premier League, mate.
No, no,
what
no,
are you
that's- no,
watching?
No, see,
In what
see, you're,
world
you're,
are we
you're going too far.
favorites?
I'm not a
In what
betting. I'm
world
not a
are
betting
we
man. I
favorites?
haven't looked it up. I'm not a betting man. Everybody. in
They're
the
not
chat,
going to beat
take a second.
Lazio. They're not going to beat Bilbao. They're not going to beat Sociedad, by the way.
they're not being Sociedad, Leon. They're not being
I'm not a
Fenerbahce,
betting man.
Rangers,
We all have computers.
Even
Take a second, look
Galatasaray.
it up.
Ajax, and Roma. They're not beating them.
Who are the favorites? Who are the no? Listen, I get who we predict will beat them. Who will not? Who will defeat them in the league or in the Europa League? But as the bookies right now, who do they have as favorites? I'm asking.
I don't know, but I would assume it would be Bilbao.
Spurs. Spurs are favorites, and who's second?
Spurs is the favorites. Yeah, they lost, man. Yeah, there you
Okay,
go.
can I give you an unpopular opinion? There is a bigger chance Spurs win Europa League than Man United. Deadass.
Yeah, that's true. I can hear that.
Okay, can I give you an honest opinion why? At least they have an attack that scores goals. That's one thing you could say about Spurs. They're capable of scoring. 3
United
goals.
are second favorites.
I'll say, like,
United have no attack, no defense, no midfield. They're just there.
Spurs are number one. Spurs are favorites to win Europa. United are second.
Yeah, but
So I'm
that's
not- I'm not
bookies.
gassing
you.
Yeah, but you know these bookies are going off names, man. That's names
Mayor,
hype.
what are you talking
Their
about?
names hype.
What
Names hype.
world
Names
are
hype.
Don't
In what
me of
world
gaslighting.
are we favorites? You're just
don't-
using Manchester United as a name to put us as
Yes,
favorites.
I'm not.
gaslighting
I'm
shit.
not
We're
doing
not
doing it.
favorites. We are not
I'm
favorites.
not. When you guys all say who are the favorites, you want
are
to talk
the
about
biggest
favorites. Look it
gaslighter,
up.
wallahi.
Look
Say
it
that
up.
without smiling. There you go.
We're
Say
number
that
one.
without smiling. Go ahead.
Listen,
Say Man
okay,
United are favorites without smiling. I dare you. Go on.
Well, I looked it up. Spurs are actually favorites. Second favorites are United, and I'm not gaslighting. This is actual
Oh my
factual.
goodness.
So when
They
I
should be.
talk to
Oh my
Sheik,
goodness.
3
Oh,
UCLs, heritage. They should be like.
They
as a
should be,
club,
yeah.
They should be standing up and
They
saying, "Hey, this is
do.
easy. This is Europa."
so
Yeah.
Sheik is being negative when he's second favorites in Europa to predict.
Yeah,
the
man,
loss.
back the badge, Sheik, man, back the badge. You know what I
These,
mean?
these
You gotta
are
respect the badge.
conclusions you are making yourself. These are just conclusions that you're coming to yourself. I'm not being negative. I'm letting you know. On Thursday,
favorites
when
in
this
Europa.
happens, when we are out of this tie, I'll speak to you then.
You're second
man.
favorites in Europa. You are
I'll
being
speak to you
negative.
then. I'm not second
I
favorite in the Europa League. There's no way I am.
I feel like
There's no way.
Garnacho provides more than Xerxes, Sheik, though. You know, I feel like, you know, I have to be honest on that one. Sorry, bro. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah. No goals for like 20 games. Sure.
Yeah, but
But
Xerxes don't score goals either.
Xerxes has scored goals though. In
How
this
many
period,
goals
he
has he
has
scored in the
scored.
period, bro?
How many
Let's be
goals has
realistic.
Xerxes
Well, whether it's
Come on,
one or two, it's still more than what
Let's
Garnacho's
check.
done. But okay,
Brother,
so you
I
guys
thought
can
we
see
don't
here.
do GNA watching around here, man.
You,
It's
it's
not
okay.
about
We're
Okay,
just
goals.
talking about
guys,
GNA watch.
Xerxes.
It's
Let's
okay, you
do
can
the
see
math
here.
here, right? 27 plus 3, 30. 30 plus 7, 37. In 37 games for Manchester United, Xerxes has 4 goals. Oh, he scores goals. Man United striker.
Again, I didn't say he scores
Xerxes-
goals. I said he has
Xerxes
more goals than
has
Garnacho.
4 goals in 37 games. And people are like, oh, Højlund. Let's check Højlund goals. Wallahi, let's check.
Sheik,
I feel like with Xerxes,
Go and
yeah,
check it.
it's
Go and
it's
check
about the
Højlund's
dribbling
goals. Go on.
gimmick, man. You know, you see,
Guys,
he's got a
Højlund has
dribbling gimmick
7
thing. You know what I
goals.
mean? That's what
He has
Xerxes
3
got.
goals more than Xerxes, and he hasn't scored in 20.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, Xerxes, oh. So you're a flex merchant then, yeah?
And how
You
many
love
games
flex
has he played?
And nutmegs and all this. Yay, he nutmegged Saliba.
And how many
خلاص.
games has he played?
No,
What
this
a
is
goal. He
nasty.
nutmegged
That's
Saliba.
nasty work, man.
You know what I
They all
love?
go off the same script. That's what's
There was a
happening here.
there was a
Bro,
gift that
I don't know what to
United
tell you.
fans were using.
You guys are comparing like you're talking about who's shit in a team that's 14th. Cool, I get it, bro. They're
Yeah,
all
so
shit.
why isolate one player? That's what we're trying
I'm
to
not.
Yes,
figure
yeah,
out.
That's my point.
How
Yeah.
is isolating? How is it isolating one player? This guy has been at our club for 2 seasons. He's 75 million.
It
How
has
is
to
it
do with this
isolating
season,
him?
though. Has to do
You
with
guys are
this
saying
season.
it's isolating him. Marmoush was the same price. If Marmoush was on numbers like this, are we saying we're isolating Marmoush?
Put
No,
one in
you'd
the
be
chat if you
cooking
thought
it.
Xerxes.
You'd be
Put one in the
cooking
chat
it.
if you think Xerxes
Why
was
do you
crap against
cook?
Fulham.
Why do you cook Darwin Núñez
one in the
the
chat
way
if you
that you
think
do?
Xerxes
How
was
much
crap
did
against Fulham.
Darwin Núñez cost? Why is it all of a sudden when it's Højlund, oh, you're isolating Højlund? The guy hasn't scored goals. He's a striker. Forget the goals. What does he do in the game? You guys all watch United games with me. Tell me right now with a straight face, what does Højlund do in the game? What does he do?
What does Xerxes
He's
do?
a 75 million.
But
Much
Sheik, all
better
of
than
your players are
Højlund.
Bad.
Much better than Højlund. Much better than Højlund.
What does he add? I don't really see what he adds.
Xerxes
I'll be real.
just sit Saliba
Yeah,
down
but
on
no,
his
you
ass,
understand,
and then
this is
Saliba
the
was
thing,
grabbing his
you guys
teammate,
are
clinging
arguing-
onto it like he's
No
on
one
the
here
boat,
is
buoy,
you
hanging
guys
on for
are
life. Like,
arguing
oh, don't leave me
about
behind on the
who's
boat.
more
That's
shit
just your
in
teammate,
a
bro.
team that's 14.
Xerxes did that.
That's his
No,
highlights.
no. That's not what we're arguing, okay? Vator told you the issue, and Ahmed told you the issue. Me and Ahmed and Vator, all 3 agree. As soon as you started your monologue, oh, Højlund hasn't scored in 20. And then you said Xerxes was the best out of the shit bunch. No, he was not. He was shit just like the rest. I like, you know, and you didn't point out that Bruno's goal is the reason why you went to extra time because you hate
Yes, I
Bruno.
did. I
hate Bruno.
literally said
You are
credit
a
to
fraud,
Bruno.
mate.
I said credit to Bruno. He scored the
Opposite
goal.
moment of
I said
brilliance.
individual moment of
brilliance,
brilliance took us over the line. That's literally what I said.
I first
You're
You're not listening
started
to me.
hearing that.
I've
during
been
all
saying
time.
this, bro. I'm saying everything is rubbish at this moment. What I'm not going to say here and here, though, is that I'm scapegoating someone like Højlund when the guy has not been scoring goals and you're a striker. Forget about the goals. He doesn't do anything in a game. You can't actually sit here and tell me that Højlund does anything in a game.
But the team never
More
gets
than
him
any
the
of the
ball.
other players. The point is, the overall point is everyone is shit. As a squad, we are terrible. As a team, we are terrible. It shows. We're 14th. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. But we're not going to sit here and be like, this guy is more shit than him and he's more shit than that. I get it.
but that's
Everyone
what
is
you're doing,
entirely
not us.
it's terrible. But you guys are sitting here and saying that I'm scapegoating it. I'm not scapegoating anyone. These guys are terrible.
Well, you crush
players.
it more on Højlund than you do
Yeah,
on
that's the
Xerxes, though.
point.
How is it scapegoating players? I've been critical to everyone. I've been critical
But
to
you're
the
still
manager.
hammering him
I've
in,
been
but he
critical to
hasn't-
everyone.
He hasn't
No,
adjusted
no.
your
Yes,
team.
because yes,
You're
I am
terrible
I am
team.
manager.
Sheik,
I don't
Sheik.
want him to.
He's getting
I
giga
don't-
pressed here.
I
I'll be
don't
honest
want
with you.
him to change. I don't want him to change the system. I'm going to make one thing very clear. I don't want him to change the system because we've done that from time. I don't want this squad to be given another reason, another excuse for them to stay and for them to be here at this club and allow more and more managers to come here and try to figure this squad out. How do we get this squad to work? We've had 2 managers now to try to figure out this squad. How much money have we spent? How much money have we spent this season too? 200 million. Everything, it's terrible. I've been saying this from the start. Ineos, I've been critical from them You guys have heard this. I keep saying all these things every single episode. Everything sucks, bro. There's no way to
But you have
sugarcoat
to-
a team
you have
that's
to animate a dead
14th in the
corpse
league, that's out
to
in
get
domestic
points.
competitions. We're going to be out of everything. The season's a wash. It's done. The reason why I'm Amrim in is because this is not a fair. To me, is not a fair way to judge him as a manager, because this is not the likely situation for any manager. I think any other manager who comes into this system would maybe be 10th, would maybe be 9th, or maybe even be 8th. But technically, that's not anything better than being 14th in the league. It's the same thing. We'd be out in domestic competitions because the squad is not good enough. That is my point.
Okay,
You can be critical of Amrim for not trying other things by playing other players. I hear that, and that's what I've been critical of Amrim on. And that's why I think he's applying unnecessary pressure on himself going into next season, because now he has to deliver. Although it's this same squad, and I've seen this same squad get worse now. And I don't know what to tell you. I want him to see and get more players. I want a lot of these players gone. Hoyland, I want to upgrade on Xerxes, I'll say that too. I want strikers.
Oh, he has
team.
it up. Oh, yeah.
Yes, of course. I want strikers in this team. Yes, of course.
That's what I like to hear. That's what we like to hear, man.
I want strikers in this team. Yeah, I don't think we're going to reach top 4 or compete for anything major if with only Xerxes as our striker. Of course, I will say this. So I want strikers in my team. We need 10s. We need center backs. We need a goalkeeper, clearly.
Okay,
we need wing backs. We need all of that shit. We do. That's just really what we need.
Amram to play when he gets his team.
The same type of football, what we're seeing right now. Profiles playing in positions. That's really what it is. Adding more physicality to this team.
This is okay. This is what's funny here, Sheik, and I'm trying to be patient with you. I know you're struggling. It's a difficult time. Worst prem season. Worst prem season you ever had, and you're being pressed by all of us. So I want to like chill a little bit. But this is
not. I haven't like. I don't take it as that way.
Do you think if you were in
just replying to things that you guys are saying?
Vator? No,
say what now?
Do you think if you were in Shik's position, he would chill on you?
No. But
why should you chill on him? How are you doing this whole? I feel bad.
No,
I don't feel bad. I hope Man United get
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. Sheik's gonna catch this. I see him rocking his chair side to side. He's starting to feel the pressure. I mean, it's gonna happen to every United fan that I interact on a panel side. But Sheik, this is the thing. When we talk about your whole team being crap, and you or some other United fan just want to first mention and emphasize Hoyland, that's where we have an issue. Because you could talk about everybody being garbage. Also, I see how you're trying to position the talk with regards to Amrin. Amrin, right now, you said it yourself. He's making these players play worse. And he's playing with the free hit season, not because he's going to be the manager for when you guys do challenge for titles. He's not going to be here. The way you're talking, the way I see other United fans talking, he's not going to be here.
Cooking there.
Yeah, he's not going to be here for the challenge. He's interim. He's an interim manager.
He might be your Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, for a year. Because, Sheik, tell me if I'm wrong. Is this contract not for 2 years?
Yeah, it is for 2 years. Yeah.
So, yeah, he's not going to be here for the challenging year because United, Ineos, all their cut costs, telling you not to wash your kits, telling you that you can't have lunches anymore. All of that is not for Amrin to win. It's for the next manager to win. So I get you being like, you know what?
But they're going to be buying players for Amram for the next guy. Like they have to have a strategy.
Apparently Ineos aren't buying players for Amrin. They're buying players for the system.
Yeah, well,
apparently.
Look, I've heard this.
Where did you hear this? That we're doing that.
Where did I hear what?
That we're doing that. That we're buying players for the system, not for the manager.
You're buying players to remain at United regardless of the manager.
Where did you hear that?
I heard it from a United fan. I heard it with regards to
United fan just said that.
No,
or is that what's actually happening? That's what I'm asking. I'm just asking genuinely. I didn't know this either.
Well, you guys, since Amrin's been here, you haven't bought any players, so we don't know whether you would buy players for Amrin or for the system. But prior to, were the players bought for Ten Hag or were players bought for United and its system? That's the question. I don't think
players were bought for Ten Hag. Really? I think players were bought for Ten Hag. Yes, I think they were. You don't think some of the players that have been at Ajax were here at our club? We're not.
Yeah, there's a lot of those characters that y'all bought that were at the Ajax final. You know,
you think Mason Mount was a club signing?
No, Sheik, you're going way too back. You're going way too far back. I'm talking about
Ten Hag. That's Ten Hag like 2 seasons ago.
Ten Hag was up in the air this summer. I don't think they bought players this summer with a Ten Hag that was iffy with regards to staying here. I think they bought players for whichever manager was going to be here.
De Ligt is a player he's worked with before. Mazraoui is a player he's worked with before. I think some of them. I think some of them were his.
Then your own Ineos are lying to you, because Ineos, were they not talking about this is going to be a different United? We're not buying players based off the manager.
Thank you, Vator. You get it. I've been saying this. I'm critical of them. I don't trust them.
You're critical of everybody. I get
yes,
that.
Because it's been a shit show since the beginning. Have we not all been saying this? They should have sacked him when he needed to be sacked.
You've been hurt, Shik. It's going to take a while for you to gain some trust in a manager, in players, and in the ownership. That's not going to happen this season. I'll be here for you to crash it on you every chance I get. But this patience is going to take time. And this patient, I don't think you don't even have the patience for this Amarin manager. It may
no, it's not that. I'm honestly, like, personally completely fine. I've accepted this. I know what the season was going to be.
No,
yeah, of course I
have.
How long do you
completely fine?
Where do you actually even see me on watch-alongs, like, losing my shit like that? I've accepted this. It is what it is. I know what the season is. I know these players. This is the thing. I know all of these players, and I'm not. And to your guys' liking, I'm not going to single anybody out. I'm going to say the whole squad. I know entirely what everyone is capable of doing in this squad, and I see it. And I have accepted this entire situation. We have to look to next season, and I've said this before too. Next season, there is now a lot of pressure from myself and also from the rest of the team, the rest of the fan base, on Ruben Amorim to deliver, on the board to deliver these signings that they're all talking about. Because I've heard that the whole we have to sell players to buy players. Cool. In my opinion, I think we're going to be stuck in a little bit of a problem this summer as well, where because Rashford's on loan, he's still going to come back to us. We still have to see on, selling him, and hopefully his performances continue, because then finding a buyer would be easy. Anthony, same thing. There's going to be a lot of players that we're still going to be stuck with selling in the summer. And I don't want to hear the same thing that I heard this January, where it's, we still have to sell players and we're looking to first sell these players before we buy them. With the way that you moved in January, my thing to Ineos is I better see 4 to 5 players. Even though I don't think 4 to 5 players is enough to improve this, but I better at least see 4 to 5
Are you going to be buying more merchandise?
Buying more merchandise?
Yeah. Are you going to be buying to add to the revenue of Manchester United? Because that's what it's going to take. That's the support that you're going to have to do in other United fans, because you guys don't have the money. It's all the reports, everything coming through. You guys don't have that ability to spend like past seasons.
Yeah, and they said that this summer as well. They said our transfer budget was 40 million and we spent damn near 200. You really are going to believe them when they tell you that we don't have money? Vator, Manchester United Football Club, doesn't have money to spend?
But that's what Jim's trying to get everyone to understand. And I don't understand his strategy, because he's trying to be austerity. He's trying to be Margaret Thatcher.
Trust me, Martin, I don't either. Trust me, Martin, I don't either.
Manchester United brand has always been, we'll spend now and we'll figure it out later. Like it was based on bravado. It was based on kind of like, I don't know, respect for you just spent, and everyone expected it, and you got big names, and you guys look back on that era now that Ed Woodward was some savage who didn't really care about anything but money, but at least he got you guys big names. I think if you keep going this way, you're going to develop yourself into Brighton. You're going to become like a selling club that like gets in like young talented players and tries to sell them on. And I don't really understand where United want to go. Like, what expectations do you have for Amorim next season? When do you expect to be challenging?
Let's end on that question. Martin just asked, what is actually okay? Khalas, this season is a wash. I do agree with you. Sociedad are probably gonna eliminate you, and if not, you're gonna go out in the round after to whoever. So now let's just be objective here.
Be positive.
Where do you go from here? Like next season, what's the plan? Because you ain't gonna accept bottom 10 for the rest of your life.
I say Arsenal top 8.
Of course. And I'll start off with this. Let me say this. To be honest, to give an honest answer of what I expect next season, I have to kind of move past this summer to see who we've signed, to see who we brought into a club, because I don't think it's just him. It's also a collaborative like move from the people at the club who have to buy the players for him, get him his profiles. Yes. When I see all the players that we have, and let's say we make those 4 to 5 signings, 100%, let's start off with this. I want it to much be better than this. I don't want us to be, in performances in certain games, get rolled over the way that we do, to look like a side who just doesn't keep possession from time to time, but can also create chances. I also obviously want to see our players perform better in front of goal, attack better. Xerxes around different players. I want to see Xerxes with different profiles. Højlund, if he's at the club or not, whoever our striker is, our strikers with different profiles. Obviously, I want to see different names. And that's another worry that I do have, of course, is that let's say and why I said 4 to 5 players is also not good enough, which is also why Ruben Amorim is going to have massive pressure next season is, let's say from those 4 to 5 players, 2 or 3 get injured. He's going to have to revert back to this squad that we see right now. And again, it's going to be.
Do you think this squad
we might have to see some of the
like
squad.
A top 4 aspirations next year.
Amar, don't do that.
Top 4 aspirations.
No. So I won't say
6th place, Chelsea.
Not even 6.
I won't
do that.
I won't say top 4 right away. No, 100% no. I would say top 6. Yeah,
what?
And try to compete. Yeah, I would say top 6.
No,
I would say top 6 next season and to try to compete for a domestic trophy. Why are you telling me what I should predict?
This current squad, okay? You know United better than me. This current squad, how good are they?
How good are they?
Yeah.
If they're not top 4, they're definitely not top 6.
Are they top 8?
I wouldn't even say they're top 8 at this moment.
Okay. So this current squad, you don't even think they're top 8. And this is where I'm getting at. I don't think you guys are top 8. I don't think you should be expecting anything more than top 8 next season because you also have doubts on the players coming in. So I'm trying to say, listen, don't do this overreaching top 6. No, top 8 would be a great season. There's no disrespect. Look at the progression that's come out of Arsenal.
No, but at the same time, if you look at 1 sec. At the same time, if you look at how the Premier League table is moving this season, which could obviously be a different case next season, and also might also be the same case next season too. But there's not a lot of differences in terms of points from 6th to 8th or to also 10th in terms of points. Where you could easily be,
that's why I ask you the squad question.
You could easily, but what my point is that I think 4 to 5 players, and this is why I have such a big expectation on Ruben Amorim, is I think 4 to 5 players can definitely be a big improvement on what we're seeing right now. Whether he can push that to a top 6 or to a top 8 is a completely different question, and that's where he has to also improve on getting the better out of some of these players right now, which I've been critical of. And that's what I've been saying. So it's
I hope we talk about Tottenham for 45 minutes, by the way.
Like I said, in terms of my actual prediction, Hussam, I'm not going to give that right now. It's not my official prediction of what I expect. I have to see who we buy in the summer. I have to see how my board moves. But I'm saying I obviously want us to see much better than what we're seeing right now. Clear performances, much better performances, results for sure. With how the season's been going. And improvement on players as well.
Yep, the game's the game.
Yeah, I do want to move on topic though. So big up to all of you guys. Big up to everyone locked in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. That's the most gegenpress ever Shik has felt on A-listers, and rightfully so, because they got knocked out.
I knew
they have nothing to fight for this season. We have 500 people locked in. Big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are getting the likes up. Let's get to 200 likes ASAP. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Big up to everyone who supports the channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we're gonna move on to our favorite topic, Arsenal Football Club. Martin, PSV Eindhoven tomorrow.
Big game,
PSV
man.
Eindhoven tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some of your fan base positive about that game, some of them negative, some saying we're gonna get knocked out. Anyway, yeah. There's a whole ass Arsenal civil war right now. So, what are your thoughts on the PSV game, mate?
I feel like we're going into a gunfight without any bullets. So I don't know if you're familiar with an Australian legend called Ned Kelly. But he became very famous for making an armor suit for himself. In Australia.
the Kelly.
Yeah. He's got like a metal helmet, like it's like a bucket on his head, and there's like a little slit for his eyes. That's basically our strategy in the UCL: is to just like take all the bullets and hope they don't hit any like vital organs. And
they all died at the end, right? Spoiler alert.
Whoa!
In that movie?
Stop.
Oh yeah, he died in the end. But
that's what I'm saying. You're saying stop.
No, but why give the end of the movie?
Yeah, why spoil it,
because
man?
If you ain't seen it by now, then you ain't gonna see it at all.
What if I wanted to watch it?
Man, what's going on, man?
Because you just told me what happened.
Jacob's the worst.
It's like the Wizard of Oz. Yeah, man. He's not actually a wizard. He's just a guy.
Who invited this guy?
Yeah, see, look at this spoiler FC. Wow. What's going on, man?
Wow. Damn. He just wanted to make it a sad ending, and I get it.
This guy's giving spoilers, though.
Yeah, man.
I have that
we
dude
played
that be
PSV
like in the back.
Europa League 2 seasons ago, and I think we just scraped by them then, and that's when we had everyone. And I've wanted Bakayoko at Arsenal for a while.
Shout out Madueke. He was there too.
Madueke Nation, stand up.
And they've got that De Jong guy up front who's a kind of a handful. So, look, I think they had Ruud van Nistelrooy as their manager last time, and I don't know who it is now, but I think if they attack us, then it gives us a chance. If we have to break down a low block, I know that we've got zero chance of getting through them. But I think this first game away at their place, they might come onto us, and it could, like, I don't know if we counterattack with, but maybe like Sterling will go for a run in one particular direction, one area will get in the right place, and we'll score a goal. But safe to say that the hopes are not high. We're just hoping to survive this round and hopefully get into the next round.
Do you want a positive, Martin? Make you feel better going into it?
Yes, Jacob.
America's number 9, Ricardo Pepinho. He's injured, so you don't have to worry about him putting a hat trick on your Dookie club.
Well, there's a bigger issue because they've signed one of our old strikers, Lucas Perez, from like 10 years ago on loan, I guess, as cover for this guy, and he's probably going to dunk on us. It's just like an old.
They got a few good players there, man. Luke De Jong, Noah Lang,
Evan.
You know what I mean? Perisic has been cooking for them.
Noah Lang is a racist, as far as I understand it. Sure.
Damn, I didn't know that. Brother, big man, day 55. Jimenez plays for Feyenoord. Please do some football research, please, bro. Before
and he
have some.
Milan as well.
Yeah, thank you. This one, for that, thank you.
But I think for us to go through, we have to come back to the Emirates with.
Tillman's quite
agree with that, Martin. I think if you leave with the draw, you might have a chance. Definitely.
Yeah, draw's good.
Definitely.
Oh, don't forget Ivan Perisic is there. And he said y'all don't win shit.
He's been scoring, bro. He's been scoring too. So
he said y'all don't win shit. So
he said
I think you can win the tie, but it would be one at Emirates. I think you can win the tie. It would be one at Emirates.
I'll be honest with you. Listen, this is a script written in the stars. Troops 10 years ago was ranting about Lucas Perez starting up front for Arsenal. It's only written in the stars that he comes back on loan as a 48-year-old and he just scores a goal against Arsenal. And it's funny because the conversations we were having about Arsenal and the Champions League back in August, I never was involved in them. That was mostly footage at Mo. But, a lot of the times, like, Arsenal could be one of the teams. It depends on the draw and which side they're on. And now we're set up here thinking that they're not even going to beat PSV, mate. Like,
it would be, I think for
Eindhoven beat us by a goal when we sent our under-21 academy players, basically. We sent our under-21s and we were 2-0 up away over there. And look, as much as, oh my God, we have injuries and all this, I still don't think it excuses Arsenal from not beating PSV Eindhoven. Like, that's not a football club that I think, like, Arsenal, should be stopped by PSV.
Come on, man. Put them in PSV's name, man. What are you so
They're missing their 9.
Yeah, they're the Eindhoven, bro.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Come on, put some respect on the Eindhoven.
Yeah, don't be a premtard.
Yeah, man.
I think we could beat Plymouth Argyle.
I think I have an opinion here, and I would like to display it to the chat and to the lovely panel. I want Arsenal to beat PSV, and I predict Arsenal to beat PSV, because I don't want PSV to knock out Arsenal. Like, that's not cinema. Cinema will be Atletico or Real versus Arsenal. That's real cinema.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I feel like
sometimes like in those superhero movies, they don't make it to the final boss. You die before you get to those.
Another ending there, Jacob.
Listen.
We want to hear the combined 11s. We are
losing to PSV is cinema, though. Let's be realistic.
Cinema.
It is cinema. Like, what are we doing? That's like losing to the
final and lose the final. That'll be really painful.
No,
like real cinema is losing to PSV. Like, we know the story that's going to be if they go to Madrid. So what's the point of of that happening? That's not cinema. That's just like knowing what's going to happen.
Habibi, if Arsenal are not going to beat Atletico or Real, Toka, just stop it. Can we just?
They ain't beating them, bro. Come on, let's be realistic, guys.
They're not beating Real.
They're not beating Real.
They're not.
Man. They do. I mean, Real Betis just beat Madrid.
When Saka back? When is Saka back?
I think Real Betis will beat
after the next international window.
Saka's back. Real Madrid are shivering.
They're They're shivering more than Sterling and Marino, making them scared.
Yeah, but Madrid and the UCL are not intimidated by anyone. I'm fully doing, inshallah, tomorrow I'm doing Atletico Real Madrid and I'm supporting Atletico like I'm Simeone.
It's Atletico Nation, man. We're here for Atletico Nation, man.
Let's go.
Day.
We are Real Madrid.
Galadinia, man. We with you, man.
Real Madrid.
Soul of Nation with you, man. Let's go.
Champions League heritage. You
All I know is any nation that's led by Ahmed, I'm getting the hell out of there.
Atletico Madrid knows. Atletico Madrid knows
at
what
that
the
point.
result is. Every
Listen,
time
listen. My nation is they build forever. That's all, man. My nation.
They know.
I'm not sure because Madueke Nation, it's only you there.
He's got 10 GNA this season, so I won on that one, man. I said he could get another GNA.
It's you, it's Madueke, and it's like his family. That's it.
That's it, man. There we go, man.
What else? That's a small nation right there. That's
Another thing we can talk about potentially is our sporting director. It sounds like we're going to get this Atletico Madrid guy.
Yeah, you can talk about it. It's the Arsenal section. Talk about anything you want when it comes to your club.
Look, I don't know if you guys want to talk about it or not. But
Was it going to be like from his perspective, having to answer to Arteta because we know that he's not going to get the final say? It's going to be Arteta.
Perhaps. I suspect he may not get the job if that's the case because he looks like he doesn't muck around. Apparently, he told some player's mum that he didn't want. He spoke to
Rabiot.
Yeah, he didn't sign Rabiot because his mum was too involved and told him where players should go. He doesn't sound like the kind of guy who would be told what to do that much. So either he's not getting the job or he's going to be above Arteta. I don't think Arteta is particularly involved in this decision as much as people want, but. I just want there to be resolution because we're talking about signing players and sending offers for Jonathan David or whatever, but I don't know how you do that.
Hey, good signing. Good signing. I don't want him to go there, but it would be.
He's dusty, bro.
He's cooked. He's cooked, man. That he trash. He is trash, bro.
That on Real Madrid. Don't do
Fugazi numbers. Fugazi numbers. I swear to God, he's got Fugazi numbers.
This is one time where the Bridge Nation is cooking. I'm buying stocks in the Bridge Nation for this one. Because he's absolutely right. Jonathan David is total ass cheeks. Every time this man step on the pitch for Canada, what does he do? Look slower than molasses. And I ain't talking about syrup that come out the sap from the damn trees they got in the Mooseville up there.
Still mad. You still mad that we beat you. Get over it.
Did Canada beat USA? That's crazy.
In hockey, they should. That's like beating us and pouring syrup on pancakes. Football. You should be able to. That's your shit.
No, no one will beat US pouring syrup on pancakes. That's like your competition right there.
What are you saying? I'm fat?
Oh, you're gonna make it about yourself now. You're gonna personalize the nation.
I mean, Americans do like their supersize.
Since when are you Jacob the Patriot?
Every year the large gets larger.
This is an answer I expect from DJ.
Double XL.
Oh, you're gonna call me fat? That's a DJ.
Double XL Nation, stand up.
I heard you're in Texas as well.
Everything is bigger in Texas now. Come on.
There you go. There you go.
There you are. See, Vator said that, not me. So if you want. Don't you? But you can't. If you say anything to me, they're gonna call you racist. You can't call me a suicide bomber or something. They're gonna call you racist. Telling you right now. So be careful. I could call. I could say wild jokes about the US. It's fine. You can't say anything back.
Wowza.
So speaking of not saying anything back, where do Arsenal go from here till the end of the season, Martin? Where?
Just maintain second, isn't it? I think
not Dubai.
I almost made a joke about something you said not to make a joke about just now. But
yeah, I mean they're gonna cancel you. Me personally, I won't. But that's like TJ will be watching, and he'll go like, "Man, Jacob, that's an unacceptable joke." Go on.
Talking about TJ Warren.
Where do we
He's
go?
tending to the crops right now. It's the middle of the day.
Farmer slash musician. TJ gets cooked.
They got TJ, man.
He's not
Shout
even in the
to
chat
TJ.
that he gets cooked. I love it.
Shout
Go
out
on.
What do you want?
Well,
What do you want me to
TJ,
say? You said that speaking of things, that
Just
you
the
can't answer.
direction you're headed in this season, like PSV, post PSV, title race, everything. I don't know where you're at with this whole conversation.
I still think the manager and the players have a lot to answer for and show before the end of the season, and either they're going to go out with a whimper and then we're going to end up outside the top four and out of the UCL, or we're going to put up a fight and try and get close to Liverpool and get some players back from injury and play
out
well
of
in
the
the
top
Champions
four.
League.
You or some
Out of
Arsenal
the
fans
top
think
four?
you're out of the top four.
That's the one scenario, and the other scenario is the other end. And I think that's going to have a big say in how I feel about the season and going forward with the manager and all that kind of stuff. If it feels like the wheels are falling off and there's no way back, then that's that feeling. It's only going to get worse.
So what the other scenario was? One was falling out of top 4. You said the other one was getting as close to Liverpool as possible. So it's like, let's just get second so hard. Is that the goal? Like, let's get it so fucking hard, y'all.
Well, there's still a chance that Salah gets injured and Liverpool don't get any points for the rest of the season. So I don't know. I'm still.
You started to sound like a
dreaming, man.
fan.
We in dreamland, man.
Because
We in
if everyone
dreamland.
else never wins again and we win all of them, you know what? Talk to me nicely.
But Spurs have been telling me that stuff all the time, that they were going to win 10 games in a row and finish above us. So,
So you become the thing that you hate the most? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
Jacob didn't see that one.
Hey, Jacob got crashed on there, mate.
yeah.
What are you talking about? He said Tottenham fans. That had nothing to do with me. I don't
Jacob-
associate with
I
Tottenham
mean, what's
fans.
that behind you, mate? This like, can you just turn around for me? Like, what's that behind
I don't
you?
associate with Tottenham fans.
But you support Tottenham, so therefore
You're an official.
Yeah, but I
supporter.
made that mistake once, which was
you're a brand
associating with
ambassador.
Tottenham fans.
Right now, you're a
But
brand
then
ambassador.
I don't fuck with them hotel chair merchants. All right, so don't talk to me about Tottenham fans. Talk to me about what Jacob says.
Wait, aren't you United Spurs of America?
It ain't United. It's broken Spurs of America now.
Wow. Hashtag exposed.
Interesting.
Crazy.
I understand there's pressure on Jacob because he believes in his manager. You know, it's not an easy place to be.
Yeah, you're trying to deflect because you believe in your manager, right? You want to deflect to
Wait,
someone else
Martin,
who
are you
believes
no
in their
longer?
manager.
Martin, are you no longer supportive of Arteta?
Oh no, I'm still there, but you know, it's hard when you're the last one on the train. You know, and everyone
Last
else-
man standing, man. He's the last man
Hey,
standing.
There's a couple.
Hey, I've been there. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's a lonely place, but sometimes all you need is just a room to run and stretch your legs a little bit, so you'll be all right.
Arteta's doing stuff with Arsenal though.
A lot of pressure, man. A lot of pressure on Jacob's manager, man, to win the Europa League, man. You know,
Yes,
I've been
he
Yeah,
hearing.
did
man,
say he
according
wins.
to,
Yeah,
according
man.
to Vator, they're
Well,
favorites.
yeah, man. Like I'm hearing the favorites.
He did say
I'm
he
hearing
wins.
on like an
According to
easy
Vator, they're
bracket.
favorites.
They've got an easy bracket, man. I'm hearing like a lot of good
There's
stuff,
no
man.
easy bracket, all right?
That's
the
what I'm
bracket is
hearing.
the bracket because it's the way it's supposed to be. There ain't no easy bracket now.
They're saying you got easy teams, Jacob. So like, I'm expecting you to be in the final come
Who does
end of
Spurs
May.
even play in the Europa League?
For real, man. You guys are
So
playing
whenever
AZ Alkmaar,
Vader
right?
was
They should be
waffling
called
about
EZ
betting,
Alkmaar.
which he should again just stick to like herding moose or whatever they do up there. But when it comes to betting, when it comes to betting, it's not because the bookies have priced us as the favorite. It means more people are putting money down on Spurs to win it or United to win it, and the most that have been put down is for Tottenham to win it. So therefore, we are favorites in the eyes of the bookie. So it's not a
That's
guy,
exactly what I
a
said.
mafioso sitting behind a closed door. He's like, all right, let's put
I said the
Tottenham on
bookies
spit."
have you guys as the favorites. That's exactly what I said. And don't let
Yeah,
me
and that's
take
why I
one of
told
my.
you it's literally just Premier League heavy, and you didn't listen.
Yeah, man.
Name heavy. That's it.
You know what? I'm gonna
You
bring
really
one of
think
my
Man
moose
United are second
to
favorites? Are
step
you
on one
mad?
of your cows down there in Texas. All right, you relax.
Buffalo.
That
Longhorn,
barbecue,
good
that
try, both
barbecue
of you.
meat.
You don't know nothing about this out here.
Was it herding or hurting
That's a
moose?
joke,
I just wanted to
that's
make
all
sure.
I am.
Herding, like gathering them all into a moose
Herding,
colony
herding.
Good.
where they can harvest the.
I don't think anyone does that, do they? Oh, again,
Actually, I think moose are very dangerous. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're quite dangerous. Yeah, you know, they've got those big
Guys,
antlers.
where are we going with the show?
We're
Is this
Americans,
National
yeah.
Geographic? Can we get back to the football, please? This is not David Attenborough special. This is
Yeah, but we just asked Jacob, are you going to win
yeah,
the
but
Europa
none of
League?
you are telling me your opinion on Arsenal PSV. You're just saying it's going to be cinema.
But listen, we already know that. Listen, let's be realistic, yeah.
Draw.
PSV is going to be
break their fullbacks like
PSV is
he
going to
broke
be
wow,
Arsenal.
Van
Vator
Dijk.
just broke
How
the
about that?
internet. He said draw. Wow.
PSV is going to be Arsenal. PSV is being Arsenal.
Like, you literally broke the internet here with a crazy prediction.
Oh,
Jacob
you want
said
me
draw.
to get emotional
Wow.
and say something out of context? You want me to
No,
do that?
you could say like because
Hurt
we're
my
talking about
feelings.
the tie here. Obviously,
I
we're
am
not
talking
just-
about the first leg. I said
Yeah,
the
but
first
we're
leg's a
not
tie.
just talking about the game tomorrow. We're talking about the Arsenal PSV as the tie. They can't draw in both games.
Okay, if you want
Yeah.
the overall tie, Arsenal are going to advance. They're not crashing out of this. This is
Look at this
is
Haiwan
all that
you're
they're
here in
playing
the
for.
chat. You know how
Arsenal
much
gonna
problems
advance.
you have caused me?
Mm.
You know how much problems you have caused me with
Try
that
no
clip, ya
contact, man,
Haiwan?
too.
You have to delete it. You have
No,
to
he
delete
does.
that specific clip.
Don't delete
You know
it.
which one, huh? Because they're still quoting
Don't delete it.
Wow.
You have
Don't
to
delete
delete.
it.
You know how
Don't
much
delete it.
problems you
Oh,
caused me.
he's
I have
got
to
you,
cut out.
mate.
I had to
We
put
are
out a
slot out.
16
Listen,
minute
guys,
video.
I am slot out.
I had to put out
Slot-
a
slot
16
out.
minute
Slot out.
video clarifying that I was not slot out and this is just
Yeah,
the
you were.
BS.
You look more guilty, if anything. I was
Guys,
watching the intro to
I'm
that, and I was like,
fraud.
why you sound so guilty right now? It sounds like you really
Yeah,
were
man.
slot out.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No context is
Mm.
a credit to the community. Keep up the great work. Keep
Yeah,
these
man.
people accountable.
Believe that.
Yeah.
Don't let
Keep
them
finding these
Vator
frauds, man.
essentially-
Keep
by the way,
finding these
guys,
frauds, man.
Vator
Keep finding out these
essentially
frauds.
Indirectly, Vator is just asking to get clipped up, basically. So
No, I'm not.
Mm.
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm
No,
saying
I
know
this is great
exactly.
work.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
My
no,
work.
official
Sam does.
stance, I'm
Man.
slot out.
Yeah.
Everyone, guys, go clip up Vator Games TV and post it on your Twitter.
Yeah, man.
No publicity is bad publicity, Vator.
Uh,
Anyway.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
act
yeah,
like
You know,
I'm
you know what they say,
Bill
man.
Cosby.
Yeah, man.
You
Yeah.
need to slot out clip and I'll owe you forever, mate. You get me? Anyway, back to the
Whatever,
Post
topic,
a slot out again, preferably.
No, do not, because it's clearly it's a biased clip, and I put out a 16-minute explanation of me showing where I said I'm gonna back slot
You
from
sound
left.
guilty. Why
Yeah,
gotta be
you
16
sound
minutes?
Yeah, man.
Very
You doing a lot of heavy lifting, man. A lot of heavy lifting, man. Yeah,
Very
man.
good.
Take- yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
guilty.
Yeah.
Actually, I said I'm gonna back slot on
You
May
just like you change your tactics
That's
to park
before
the
the
best,
window,
all of a
that's
sudden,
before
I
the
Open up,
You
sir. It's the
backtrack.
police.
Look at Shik
Yeah,
suddenly
man,
have
you
energy. Where was this energy for Xerxes, huh? Or is it all Hoyland?
What do you mean I did? The whole
All Hoyland. Oh,
the whole
Hoyland is
time I did.
crap. Garnacho's
Rewind it
Slot
crap.
back.
out.
Rewind
All
it
of a
back.
sudden,
JJ
he's
The whole
out,
time I
he
Slot
gets
out.
the
I
bounce and
did.
step
I
up.
talked about it the whole time.
Hoyland out and slot out.
Mm.
Fraud. Scapegoating, fraud. Oh, it's all. So you're doing like
Slot
Said
out.
did. Oh, Lindelof missed the
Slot
penalty.
out.
Xerxes, he was tired, didn't it? That's Said. Oh,
Right, yeah, man. Listen, they always like their flicks and tricks merchants, innit? So it is what it is.
Back to the topic. Arsenal PSV, Vator. They can't end in a draw because it's a two-legged affair.
He said
Mr.
we go
European
through. He said we
heritage
go
of all the
through.
Champions
I
League.
thought we were going to
Ivan
do another
Perisic
show
to break the
after
defenders
first
like he
leg.
did Virgil van Dijk.
I thought we were going to do another show after the first leg. I didn't want to do a Jacob and give you the ending before you even got a chance to see anything. So let me say this, all right? If we're
You
gonna
better
give
be up on your
the-
cinema, or else you're gonna find out.
No, I got it.
Mm.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to say, because I think this is actually going to happen. I think Arsenal manage well. I think Arteta manages it well, and they advance. I think they make it on to the next round.
Arteta manages well. That's hilarious. The only thing he manages well is the flight to Dubai. But this time it didn't help you so much, did it, Martin?
He didn't go to
The only thing he
Sun.
manages like that parent on the school trip where he's like, all right, kids, we've got two to a seat. Who's here? Saliba and Gabrielle. Okay, very nice. We got bunkmates over there. Odegaard, who you bunking with?
Come on, guys. Let's fucking go, guys.
He
Come
didn't
on,
go to
let's
Salt
fucking
Bay.
go,
He didn't
guys.
eat someone else's
Come on,
meat.
guys. Come on,
It
guys.
wasn't the same.
Fucking
It
go,
wasn't
guys.
the
Come on,
same.
guys.
So none of you wants to talk about Arsenal PSV. None
I'm
of
just
you
gonna tell you right now. I think PSV is
think
gonna beat
Arsenal
Arsenal. I think
Arsenal win.
PSV. I'm gonna go
want-
with
Oh, finally,
PSV.
Not an opinion.
Okay.
That's not draw. Go ahead, Ahmed.
I was just I was just gonna say I think it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be basically defense versus attack essentially. I think yes, Arsenal will get some attacking chances, but as my guy just literally said, they're shooting blanks right now. So really,
I didn't say that. I said we have no
well,
ammo.
yeah. So basically, essentially, that's called shooting blanks essentially. But essentially,
Right.
so essentially for me, I think it's just gonna PSV just gonna get a lucky chink in the armor. I'm just gonna go cheeky 2-1. I'm gonna say 2-1
On aggregate,
PSV.
both
On
of you.
aggregate?
On aggregate.
Oh, that's a
2-1, yes.
boring tie. Nah, that ain't happening.
Are you
No,
tuning in
but-
PSV Arsenal to get entertained, Vator? Like it's
But let's be realistic, yeah.
It's gonna be-
Arsenal have got good defense, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
not even here to cook Arsenal defense.
That's what I was
Great defense, right? So like you need to realize, bro, these guys might get a lot of chances, but the defense is gonna be doing a good job at blocking them. So
Yeah, I think it's gonna go down to the game at the Emirates, and I think Arsenal, like Ahmed just said, are good defensively. So I could see them getting a good result at PSV in the first game, and then it's all down to the game at the Emirates. And I think they have enough, to be honest, with the position that they've been in terms of how they've been playing for the past couple of years. They're in a better set position, experience as a team to get over a tie like that, and that's why I think they win. To be honest.
I hear it.
so Vator, who's
I
gonna
think
take
Ivan
Hey,
Perisic,
Jacob.
proper
My
Tottenham.
prediction is
Jacob,
3-2, by the way. 3-2. 1-1
Jacob,
first leg, 2-1 second leg. Yeah.
who
Jacob,
goes
relax.
through against Shik?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
Like I said earlier, Arsenal are advancing. I think they're going to make it on. To give a whole score prediction,
Oh,
I
you
don't
got an opinion.
like doing that. I said it earlier. You weren't listening. You were busy on your phone.
Get a foul.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going
he
to
does
say
that a lot.
when we show up next week and we talk about the game, We'll see who's right. We'll see who's wrong. Obviously, Arsenal's going to advance. Jacob, continue the good work. Congrats on Spurs and their season.
Huh? What is this?
I gotta go. So I just want to say a few things before I.
Oh.
Congrats.
You're like, hey, I was backing out of the driveway. I hit your dog. But cheers. He was a good dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have
It was
a
a
good
good
dog.
day.
Ahmed, Sheik, Martin.
Peace out, baby.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I'll catch you guys.
Big up.
See you later, man.
Opinion
Big
at the
up.
end. Okay, guys, I'm gonna say it as it is. Okay, Arsenal are beating PSV. Why is this guy on top row? Get him down here. Arsenal are beating PSV in it. The Arsenal are beating PSV. Let's just be honest. I think PSV don't have what it takes to beat Arsenal, but that's not what we're here for. Like that's not the reality of the situation. The reality of the situation is the round after that. That's the one that we're all looking forward to. Whether it's Real versus Arsenal or Atletico versus Arsenal, you will be there, inshallah, because that will be the game that will have all the fireworks. That will be the game that we will see pure cinema, you know. Arsenal setting up in a low block against Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, or Arsenal against the dirty tactics of Simeone
against Rudiger. And
by the way, if you guys think Arsenal defend, wait till you watch Simeone in a knockout stage. Like you guys have no idea. Like that's
Real defense.
Yeah, you're about to see like dirty football to the umpteenth degree. And instead of them counterattacking with like Moreno and Sterling, they're gonna counterattack with Griezmann and Julian Alvarez. So
and the ball over the top, bang.
Too. Like it was a long time ago, but Atletico have knocked them out before in the Europa League. Yeah.
Oh, actually, that wasn't.
Tottenham beat Atletico in a final in European final back in the day. Just for what it's worth.
How many
Back on one of them days. One of those days back there.
Like
I don't count. I just know it's back there.
Yeah. 16.
You weren't even at him then. You weren't even at him then, Jacob. So just wanted to let you know.
My dad wasn't even born then. Big up, bro.
Well, my dad, I think he was born. Pretty sure he was born by then.
Let me just do these two super chats for move on to Liverpool Football Club. European heritage. Big up to Jack who says, is Szoboszlai our current Emre Can? Random question. No, I don't think Szoboszlai is like Emre Can at all, to be honest with you. I think they're completely different midfielders. I think we're getting a different version of Szoboszlai now, which is like a version that gets GNA, a version that scores goals, a version that gets involved in attacking play, and long may it continue for the rest of the season. So, yeah, big up Jahilad. Shik TV, your predictions for United versus Team Malaysia.
Team Malaysia?
Who's Team Malaysia?
Yeah, what?
Well, yeah,
Malaysia.
You're not playing the Malaysian national team?
Why would we play the Malaysian national team?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Man United to play ASEAN All-Stars in Kuala Lumpur on May 28th.
Oh, it's like preseason.
While possibly I could be getting ready for a Champions League final, he's getting ready to play Malaysia FC.
Yeah, I'm getting ready for a Club World Cup, and he's getting ready for Malaysia.
I'm getting ready for a Europa final.
So, Sheik,
are you?
Can you respect her super chat? Give us predictions.
No, shout out to Sarida. Your predictions. I said it. I think he brought up Prime's comment earlier. Hossam, 1-0 for every single game until next season. Technically, that's still this season, right?
Yeah,
Technically, that's still this season.
There is no way this guy he thinks he's gonna beat Malaysia one year side.
When's it gonna end? When's it gonna end?
Yeah, when is it gonna end, Robbie? Anyway, speaking of ending, we are ending the Arsenal section. Moving on to my club, Liverpool Football Club. Obviously, we take on PSG. We didn't play this weekend because we are out of the FA Cup. Shukran, Suraida. Shukran to Jack for the super chats. We got all the mods locked in. Let's try push this video to 200 likes, you guys. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. We're closing in on 200 likes, and we have hit 46.5k. So we're going to keep pushing to 47, and inshallah, after that, 50k ASAP. Because it's not Asian, it's ASEAN with EAN. You don't know what I'm talking about. ASEAN is Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia,
if I ever
Singapore,
called a
Philippines,
beautiful Asian lady
Vietnam, those
ASEAN,
are the
ASEAN,
okay.
you ASEAN babe, they'd be like,
Geography.
excuse
Written
you,
like-
you ass.
Excuse me, man. You know
Don't
what I
ever
mean?
disrespect my geography legacy. I'll beat anyone on this panel in any geography quiz. So please. Now,
I'm not talking about
Thomas Joe of
geography. I'm talking about
Atlas.
pronunciation.
buddy.
Joe of
All right,
Atlas.
all right, all right,
Joe
all right,
of
buddy.
Atlas.
This is not pronounced Asian. This is pronounced ASEAN. You can ask Shuraida. She's Malaysian in the chat. She'll tell you.
All right, mate.
Yeah. Please. Anyway,
So
Liverpool Football Club. Talk to me, guys. Why are you saying about my club? Because the guys.
Who you
obviously-
playing, by the way? I forgot you
think
even
it's
who
called
you
the
playing.
ASEAN.
Oh, who are you playing? Oh,
Titles.
look at me. I'm Ahmed. I'm edgy. Shut the hell up. I'm the reason why Arsenal are not winning the league, so respect me. Number one.
I don't even know you're playing. This is me being honest. Like, I didn't know
You
were
and
playing,
Jacob,
bro.
you both bums.
He wants you to
This
bow
is the
down and
biggest
kiss the
rival, and
ring.
I'm stopping him from winning the league.
What
So
is
let's
going
move on.
on, bro?
to be
That's
fair,
number one.
Arsenal
Number two,
stopped Arsenal from winning
we're-
the league. If it wasn't
we're
you, it'd be
playing-
Forest. If it
Yeah.
wasn't Forest, it'd be
Don't get it
City.
to Liverpool.
We're
So
playing
what did you?
PSG.
Oh, listen. I can't lie to you. People know I watch PSG regularly too. They're coming in hot, man. That's gonna be a good game. I actually think that's gonna probably, other than the Madrid derby and like the Bayern derby, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most because PSG, they have kicked into form, bro. Like, I don't know what happened. They had like a 4 group stage. Kvarat, Skele came. Barcoda's in form right now. Doué is looking amazing right now. Dembele, for some reason, he's activated at last. You know what I mean? He's looking really good. Their attack is looking good, and then they've obviously got Liverpool's
Hakimi.
defense, which is also amazing, right? So it's going to be a really great, I think, for me, fixture.
But even
Generally.
Hakimi for PSG, he's starting to hit his little form.
Yeah,
too.
and the other, they've obviously got the other great fullback, Nuno Mensch, who's great. He's had like a really good season this season as well. Obviously,
I thought you watched PSG. What do you mean, Nuno Mensch?
yeah, his name was Nuno Mensch. You don't know who he is?
Isn't that the dude that like made out with a dog who
Doesn't
plays
Nuno
for
Mensch
Arsenal?
play in the Saudi league now? I swear.
No, he doesn't, bro. He plays left back for them, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh, that could.
I
be
thought he was
another-
that Arsenal dude who had a video like making out with a dog.
That's Nuno Tavares, and he's
That's
killing
Nuno
it in
Tavares,
this
bro.
area right
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh, my bad.
yeah.
oh.
I just
Chill.
wanted to shit on Arsenal
Nuno
and remind
Tavares
everyone
is he's at
what kind of
Lazio right now,
people
big man.
employ.
في رمضان في رمضان Jake? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
and then obviously you got the two. They've got Vitinha and the Ruiz kid is having a good game. He's had a good debut. But listen, PSG, man, they're the real deal. They mean business. So it's gonna be a good fixture, man. This is gonna be a good test for you guys, man. If we can, I'm very serious. I think you'll win. Don't get it twisted. I still think you'll beat them, but it's
Are
gonna
you
be
away
What
at
I
home
hate.
or first?
You gave all this monologue and then you say, "I think you'd win." So what's the
no,
point
but
of
it's gonna be very. But I mean,
like,
but it's gonna be
or
very
something?
close,
And then
isn't
you
it?
say,
I can
"I
see
think we're gonna
them.
win."
Listen, I can see them winning, and I can see you winning too. It's very close. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's gonna be a close game. Trust me.
Is it away for you?
There's
guys
no
first
way
and
did
then
Kate
home?
actually say we're gonna lose 4-1.
Yeah, on the terrace. She said she's got a feeling.
This is the problem with Spurs fans. Like, this is actually the problem. Some of them like just have the shittest opinions on the platform. 4-1
Okay.
lost to PSG. Do you guys really reckon like if we're on French YouTube and we're watching like PSG channels, you think they won't be scared of playing Liverpool? Why should
No,
I be
no.
scared of PSG?
It's
They're
gonna be
more
very.
scared of playing me right now.
I mean,
Uh,
4-1's
I
kind of
don't know.
crazy.
I don't know,
I
yeah.
don't shame anyone for thinking that, hey, this is a beautiful game that we all fell in love with, that we all know at any moment unexpected shit can happen, which is part of the reason why I latched on to Spurs. God dang it. And, you're just waiting for that unexpected. I don't think 4-1 is in any realm realistic. Maybe like a
Yeah.
2-1 in the first leg, maybe.
We lost
4
2 games
goals
this
against
season.
Liverpool's kind of crazy.
Yeah, we lost 2 games this season. 1-0 to Spurs and 1-0 to Fulham.
Y'all played like 16 games
And
and,
even 1-0
conceded
to
5
Fulham.
goals at that point or something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
So-
like every game we've really lost. We've lost 3 games 1-0 basically. We haven't lost like by a bigger margin. 1-0, 1-0,
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah, I mean, when Tottenham beat you, it was 1-0. That's all I know.
Yeah, but that's what I just said. I said we lost to Spurs 1-0, we lost to Forest
Yeah, I
1-0.
know.
and we lost
I'm
to
just
Liverpool.
reminding everyone that
I
Tottenham
think
did beat
people are
you
just
1-0.
because PSG been winning games like
Martin,
7-0.
could you imagine if the Forest at Anfield game never happened? We'd be invincible right now, and we'd beaten City at the Etihad. You'd be so shitting yourself. I swear you would. I swear.
that one kick from Cho, eh?
Because it's like, you know what? We took away
Mm.
all your Salah is gonna break the Henry record soon, inshallah. So we're gonna take away all your records.
Oh,
and
here
then,
we
like,
go,
just
man.
one thing remains.
Sound like late
Because
session
it's
already.
equals- it
Come
ain't
on,
for
man.
everyone, it ain't easy. You gotta
Merry
keep
Christmas.
Joe out.
I'm just gonna say, I can see. I want
PSG
PSG to get you out, man. We need PSG to get you guys out because if that happens, man, you know what I mean. That's
I
gonna be
wouldn't
good.
mind watching
That'd be good for myself.
Kvara,
Dembele's been
sit
playing
Virgil
really
van
well.
Dijk down just like
Dembele's
Ivan
been paid at this
Perisic
world,
did.
but currently been paid at the
Dembele's
top.
been like on Rafinha level for them. right?
Yo,
I'll tell you something honestly. Look, when it comes to this fixture, I think we're gonna go through. I'm not worried about PSG. I think they have a good side. They have a good team. They have a really good front three, but it's the rest of the team that we're gonna exploit their weaknesses in. I think we're gonna go with the 4 midfielders.
You're not respecting Saad's cousin,
Who's Saad's cousin?
Hakimi.
There's only 8 Moroccans.
Yeah.
They're all family. But
Yeah,
I think
man, come
PSG
on.
Won like 7-0.
Respect,
like 2
bro.
out of
You
the
ain't gonna
last
tear
3
him
games.
apart.
they just won 4-0 against like Lille. Like that's who's
They
that?
look nothing
A
like each other.
little bit,
Did I
man.
break him with
Similar
that
hairstyles. Similar.
They have the same smile.
Same hairstyle, same smile. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I see it.
Anyway, I think PSG have won like their last 10 games or something, right? And 2 of the last 3 have been 7-0.
They're in really good
They
form,
yeah, that was against their own like countrymen, Brest. They
Brest
were
and,
killing them.
And also Stade Brioche in the French Cup. But they've
I had
Yeah.
brioche this morning for breakfast.
It's the same team. It's the same team. It's
Stade
literally
Brioche, yeah.
yeah.
They say
But they
brioche
just
or croissant.
no, it's not the Brest, man. Chill.
No, this is Stade Briochin from
Oh,
from the French
Oh, we're
Cup.
talking about
They just won that 7-0 as well. They've just been
Yeah.
scoring goals for fun. So I think that it'll be like 4 or 5 in the final, and Liverpool go through like in the balance. But there'll be a lot of goals.
yeah, man. Look
Sam,
forward
what
to it,
teams
man.
are you afraid of in the Champions League?
That's what I did watch.
I'm afraid of only one team, just Real Madrid.
Just
See,
Real
I
Madrid.
knew it, man. I knew it.
If
Not
Real Madrid
Barcelona?
knock out,
Not Barcelona?
I'll put it to you this way: if Real Madrid knock out, but if Atletico knock out Real Madrid, I'm gonna say we're gonna win it all. Done. There is.
Are you gonna win the league? Are you gonna win the
There
league,
is not a
Sam?
single team in the Champions League that scare me. Not a
You
single.
Barcelona, you don't think? Just asking. I'm
Habibi,
asking.
did you see Barcelona's defense?
Fartalonia? Are you kidding
I'm
me?
just saying, still, Hansi Flick. You could.
Oh,
Champions
shiver
League.
me timbers! I'm so scared.
You know. If Sam is
More like-
interested,
more
you can
like-
say that about him.
I hope
Okay,
you're here.
did you see
Prime,
how?
I hope
Did you
you're
see
here.
how?
Prime,
Did you
I
see
hope
how
you're
high
here.
the Barcelona line is? You think
I'm
that
just saying. I'm
scares
just
me?
saying.
Yeah.
You see how high Barcelona is
Someone
in the
please
La
flip
Liga
that.
table,
Someone
number
please
1.
flip that for me. Yeah,
Do you
please.
see
Don't
how
worry, man,
high
the-
we are in the Premier League table, mate?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what
I
I'm
was just
saying. So
genuinely
don't you
asking.
have
I was just
confidence?
asking
Shouldn't
your thoughts.
Barcelona
Yeah.
have confidence?
You know,
Got
you
trade.
know,
Top
but you
of the
know,
league in the
Yeah.
paella fucking
Someone could
league.
win.
Come on.
yeah. You know,
Guys,
that's what I'm saying.
Barcelona beat Benfica in Europe like 5-4, and they had to they conceded 4 goals. We don't employ Nicolas Otamendi at the back. We employ Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate. I am not worried
But you got
about.
against Otamendi, World Cup winner.
Yeah.
The guy that had to get
Then
carried
you
by
also have
Cristiano
Andrew
Ronaldo to a World
Robertson,
Cup.
and
But
then
other
you
than
also
Yeah,
that-
but you
have-
have Andrew
And
Robertson
they
and
have-
Trent Alexander-Arnold.
You have
Where
Andrew
does he
Robertson,
play?
and they have Yamal.
Tagliafico is a World Cup winner. Where does he play? Tell me, yalla.
carried again.
Yeah,
People
there
get
you
carried
are.
all
They
the
don't
time.
play anywhere. They don't play.
Yeah, but my argument is you've
There's the
also got
difference
Trent
between heroes and
and
zeros.
you got Trent and obviously Andy Robertson, so they can get out of them, no?
No, of course. But what did I say when I was giving analysis? My analysis is objective. I'm not like Jacob. I give objective analysis. I said
Oh,
I give
They
objective
have-
analysis.
have-
1-0. Hold
Oh.
that. Virgil van Dijk, broken
a-
ankles versus Ivan Perisic.
They
Hold
have-
that.
Oh,
yeah, but that's one moment from 3 years ago. They have a
Yeah,
front-
that's
they
why I
have-
said it. So he's going to do it again versus Arsenal. And then also Virgil van Dijk going to get turned inside out like damn Disney movie Pixar film from Kvaratskhelia. That'll be nice.
You better
Trent
not
can't
lose to
start, can he,
Alkmaar
right?
because that's Slot's former club as well. Anyway,
The,
back to the top.
Alkmaar is technically Troy Parrott FC. We built that club, so.
Yeah, there you go. So we're talking
Trent
about
can't
Lucas
start,
Perez
though. He's
scoring
gonna
a
get
goal
cooked.
against you. What if Troy Parrott scores a goal against you and knocks you out? Then what?
Dude, the first time we beat them, it was 1-0 off of Richarlison penalties. So anything can happen. That's the fun.
Interesting.
See, we like to have fun over here. All right? We don't know what to expect. You could say, hey, if we do this and this like we have done, we'll get X, Y, and Z. And it just doesn't happen because we never do what you think we're going to do.
there's a real question that we're not asking here. You know, you're saying that you're very confident, think you're gonna win the UCL, but when it comes to the Premier League, I'm not seeing that emotion. So what's going on there, big man? What's going on there?
Okay, this is how this guy just exposed himself that he doesn't watch the content. You don't watch the content. Where have you been, Habibi?
Have a life.
Where have you been? Have you not been watching?
I touched grass, innit? That's what I've been doing.
Been at Chelsea
That's
protests. That's
Huh?
what they're
Nice.
doing. They're
Damn, I feel
protesting,
bad for grass.
protesting for the owners, man. That's what
Oh,
they're
he's got the
Win
clip ready.
the league. We're gonna win the league. And now you're gonna believe us. Now you're gonna
But I already saw
believe
his Sam
us.
clip
Now
that
you're
said
gonna
slot out. I
believe
don't know what to
us.
believe now.
We're gonna win the league. This is a club that made me think that there is hope. Like I've already said.
What
we're
kind
gonna
of
win.
non-American mute my mic is this? I thought this was freedom of speech.
Mm.
Oh, this is Jordan.
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But this year's taking it one step too far. I'm wondering if
What
is
the
that?
hell is that? What in the good golly Jesus is that? What?
play it again. Play it again. Play it again. Play it again.
What the hell?
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But this year's taking it one step too far. I'm wondering if we'll ever win another spar. Hey, hey, what's going on?
This
Shit,
goes
I'm
on
about to
for
crack
another
open a
minute.
beer. I think the lawn needs some mowing.
Oh my god.
This goes on for another minute 12 seconds. Hey, it's not a
Sounds
short
good.
clip. Yeah, it ain't a short clip, man. Just saying, just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Thing is with this game, look, jokes aside and Spurs aside, you get me? Jokes aside, I think they have a very strong front three. They can all interchange really well with each other. But I don't think it's something we can't handle. The reason why I say Real Madrid in the Champions League, people always do this like, oh, they lost to Brest, oh, they lost to Lille, oh, they lost to Milan, they lost to Sheriff Tiraspol, and then they end up being the Champions League like winner. For me, I'm just looking at like Real Madrid, and it's really the only team that intimidates me. That's why I'm supporting Atletico to beat Real Madrid. Other than that, no one scares me in the Champions League. And the reason why no one scares me in the Champions League is you need difference makers in the knockout stages specifically. So you look at like, okay, let's look at the difference makers for the rest of the clubs. Who's the difference makers for Barcelona? Yamal, Rafinha. Fairs. They're difference makers right now.
And
Inter
Pedri.
Milan-
Lewandowski is supposed to be. They
Yeah,
all
you
said
can
that
say
he was
Lewandowski is a
something.
game changer. He could be a game changer.
Okay, no
Jules
problem. You can say
Kounda is
that.
a pretty good defender as well. I think a lot of us
Pedri.
like.
Pedri's been playing really well.
No Barca defender is a game changer, honestly. None of them are. They concede way too many goals. You
That
look
doesn't
at
mean that they're a bad
Milan,
defender just because
you
they
could
concede
say maybe
goals. It could just be a
Nicolo
Hansi
Barella.
Flick system.
Nicolo Barella, Lautaro. I know Mo doesn't like him, but Lautaro and Nicolo.
Lautaro's not a game changer, bro. Let's be honest, please.
Leverkusen don't.
Yeah, I don't think
Leverkusen
Lautaro is
don't. Leverkusen don't move me. Bayern definitely don't move me. I'm not scared of
Bayern,
Bayern at
no.
all. You know,
Inter?
I think
Well,
Leverkusen
you better
can
be.
beat-
Harry
I
Kane,
think
Eric
Leverkusen
Dyer
can beat
special.
Bayern.
Club
Wait till
Brugge,
you get
Aston
hit by the
Villa,
Harry
you
Kane
know.
Dyer.
I think Leverkusen can
Arsenal
beat
obviously
Bayern.
in the
To be
Champions
honest.
League don't scare me. And you know, you've got Real and Atleti. Atleti obviously have got Alvarez and Griezmann, two difference makers. You look at Real Madrid, they're the team with the most difference makers. Vinicius, Rodrigo, Mbappe, Valverde is a difference maker in my opinion.
They didn't make a
is
difference versus Betis, but
is-
we moved.
Jude can too, to be honest.
Jude
I
is
don't
a
like all
difference
this.
maker.
I don't like all this glazing. Why can't they beat Valacoid or whatever? Valabaloid.
Valladolid.
Yeah, but they lose games in
Valabaloid,
La
whatever.
Liga
Sounds like
every
a
year.
goddamn like
They
a
lose games in
video
La
game
Liga.
character.
They lose games in La Liga every year, bro. I remember the week, I swear the week before they beat Chelsea and beat us and beat City, like they lost to like Osasuna or something. Like they always do this. They
Yeah,
lose
Celta
bad
Vigo.
stuff.
What the fuck is that?
I think Champions League knockout stages is like literally a different competition.
I think
But
they're just
we will
losing games or drawing just to make it interesting in the Liga. But
I think the only English club going out actually is Aston
No,
Villa.
they hate to lose the league to Barcelona, and right now they're currently losing it to Barcelona.
they're just making it interesting. They'll turn it on.
Think
At the
about you
end.
going to beat Alkmaar or just here to waffle?
You want to talk about Alkmaar? I don't know why people
Let's
call
talk
him
about
AZ.
Spurs.
It looks like
You-
AZ Alkmaar, but which actually sounds
Easy Alkmaar.
like
Big
Alkmaar.
up to Shik
favorites.
who has to leave us now. Appreciate you, Shik. Big up to you.
Big up to you guys.
You should-
Make sure you guys
Big
run
up,
up the
Sheik.
likes, subscribe. Big up. Big up.
Keep
Hopefully next time
scope.
we can we
keep
could
scope.
do more than 45 minutes on United. Hopefully.
Keep scope.
I agree. I agree.
Let's talk about Spurs. You sound like you need counselling. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's like we need to talk about
What are you talking
Spurs.
about? We're good.
you
We're having a
want
good
45
time.
minutes on Spurs?
I've been a Spurs fan for 20 long years, seen my share of triumphs and buckets of tears. But this year's taking it one step too far. I'm wondering if we'll ever win another spark. Hey, hey, what's going on? We can't seem to win a game, not a single one. Manager and we need a new plan. Gotta get back on track like only Spurs.
It's actually a banger, Loki, but I'm not going to play the whole minute, 12 seconds. Thank you, Gonzo. Big up to
The
David
only
says,
country artist I like is Shabuzi.
Who's Conway Twitty? Let me Google this.
I think a country person. I've heard the name, but also Tweety's a character from Looney Tunes.
Wow, there's no way you guys are calling.
Putty tat. I did.
There's no way you guys are calling Jake. This is mad. That's who they're calling you, Jake.
Bro, that's flavor if you've never seen it. All right. That
like
is
Marlboro.
bro, when this guy wakes up in a Marlboro bed,
They're calling you,
his
Jake.
bowl of
Anyway,
cereal, the milk is ash. All right, that's
talk about
class.
Spurs now, since you're so desperate to talk about Spurs. Big up to you, Gonzo. Big up everyone.
I kind of liked all the random stuff we were talking about. We don't have to talk about. I haven't streamed about Spurs in 2 days.
You know, Martin,
I'm
first
enjoying
question when I
life.
invited him on the show was like, is Jacob on the show? I'm like, yes. So clearly he wants to talk about Spurs. So let's go.
No, I've been waiting to hang out with Jacob because he's a funny guy, you know. And we've only been chatting in like each other's chat when we're on streams, and it's generally been quite offensive. So just wanted to be here. I'm here. I'm with you, brother. And you're going through your struggles. But
Well, I see that you're growing your hair out, so either your barber died or you're in depression.
No, I had
so
it
it's good to
longer.
see.
I had like a man bun before. I just cut it off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's not growing.
Still got that same CGI background, that dusty ass out there looking like, what is that? Pond water?
Don't be hating on my
brown.
view,
Like
man. Fuck it out.
your view shit, dog. How about that? I don't know what's worse, your view or the people when they look into your apartment see that big giant Arsenal logo.
Alkmaar.
What? Oh, Alkmaar. Oh yeah, we're gonna cook those frauds out there in Netherlands, wherever the hell that Alkmaar is. We did it once, should do it again. We're Tottenham. We're here, baby.
What happened? What is this? Why do you like? Why? Where's the old Jacob? What's this like? Oh, we're just gonna cook them. Oh, we're gonna go.
I mean, I got nothing ill to say about Alkmaar like that, other than Troy Parrott FC. And you know, I'm not a big fan of birds like that, so we'll kill the parrot. I don't know what you want me to say, other than it's one of those where who knows what version of Tottenham is going to show up. We've had 8 days of rest, so you got to assume that some better version of us is going to show up than the dusty, tired ones that's been showing up otherwise. But yeah, why not? We should be able to get. They said it was the easy side of the table. I think it was Ahmed or someone said it was the easy side of the table. We got good draw, blah blah blah.
Who do you play after Alkmaar? Let's say you beat them. Who do you play after that?
I don't know. I'm just worried about Alkmaar. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. You know, when you're so drunk, it's been a long ass season.
You can win the challenge? Do you
You're so
actually
wasted. You're like just one foot in front of the other. Don't fall.
Do you think you can win Europa on a reel?
I think anything's possible. I think I could win the lottery if I chose to play. It just depends. Is Tottenham going to fucking choose to play, or are they going to be Tottenham about it? Which is like, maybe we show up.
How's the fan base feeling? Are they Ange out at the moment? Like if you lose to AZ Alkmaar,
How is the fan base feeling? You want to ask me how the fan base is feeling?
Yeah.
They're feeling as successful as that guy in the hotel chair.
But Man United fans are calm. Like they're 14th, you know, blah blah blah. Like it'll be fine in the future. But Spurs fans are not, right? They're not.
No, because we didn't perform like Real Madrid this year, and so therefore we're just a complete and utter failure.
I see.
Everything's bad. The sky is falling. The Costco guys will tell you, I'm a real fan. I got the real facts. And then it's just all wah, 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 wah. And no contextual evidence provided to anything, just emotional wah, wah. And so when you say how the fan base is feeling, they can't even agree on what they all disagree about. They're like, no, I say he's shitter than that. And they're like, no, I said he's shittier. And then it's like, oh, but I'm right. I said he was the shittiest. So that's what they all sound like to me.
Last game, or was it? Am I getting that confused with Chelsea?
Sorry?
Did you guys have a protest at your last game, or was that Chelsea?
We had a protest before United game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
and that shit almost fell apart too, because whiny bitches in the fan base. No, he didn't come on my show to promote the protest, so therefore anyone who's on my side, don't go talk to them. You only talk to me, and you sit on my side of the lunch table, or else I'm gonna punch you. And it's just like, cucks, bro, cucks, pussies, cucks. I mean, you could think of every worst vernacular you could come up with, but they're just weak, soft people who are so lost that they don't even know what
you're
they
saying
want.
they're on the easy side of the draw, but if they beat Alkmaar, they're gonna face the winner of Ajax and Frankfurt, which ain't really that easy.
Yeah,
And then in the semis, most likely.
You're on mute, by the way, Bridge. The Bridge is muted.
Have you watched Eintracht Frankfurt this season?
One second. Hold up.
He hasn't watched them. That's why he's saying this.
Well, they won Europa not too long ago, so Frankfurt.
1 second. Let me just tell the people on Spurs' side of the draw. Obviously, Lazio is probably going to win the first game. So you've got Lazio, Olympiacos, Ajax, and Spurs. That's not easy because then they've got to play Lazio, which is very difficult in my opinion.
I'm sorry, mate. If I'm Spurs, you got to beat them, bro. You got to beat them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Lazio
that's fine.
Easy.
But you also got to beat Leicester. You also got to beat Ipswich. You also got to beat Crystal Palace. You also got to beat Brighton when you're up 3-0. These are all things you got to do. But guess what? Tottenham stubbornly are just like me. Like my mom said, you got to learn Spanish. You're going to use Spanish your whole life. And I was like, no, I'm going to take German. And then here I am in a town literally neighboring Mexico where I'd use it every fucking day of my life. But alas, I don't because I was supposed to, so I won't.
Yeah, but listen, man. You know what they say, man. Get your Spanish up then.
It's never too late.
Lo siento máximo, pinche perro.
The worst moment in A-listers history is when I asked Ahmed, "What's your name?" He said, "How are you?" In response, that has to be the
Listen,
worst.
again, I don't claim to be a linguist. I don't claim to be a linguist.
He's like, "¿Cómo estás?" My name is.
¿Cómo estás?
Hey, you know what I mean?
Hey.
Default answer, default to end. There we go.
Just
Yeah.
No, anyway, let me say one thing, guys. If you're looking for an English club to not embarrass you in Europe, you're looking no further than Liverpool Football Club. Spurs are not winning the Europa. United are not winning the Europa. I think Spurs.
But you're slot out, and now you're not. So your opinion can change in any moment, is what I understand.
Anyway, back to the topic. I still think Spurs have a bigger chance of winning it than Man United. Like, I still think Spurs could somehow do it. I don't think United have any chance of doing it because Spurs at least have a forward line that can score goals. The problem is in these competitions, when your forward line doesn't score goals, you need a defense to stop the opposition from scoring goals, which Spurs don't have because Archie Gray and whoever is going to get eaten alive by whoever they come up against. So I'm looking at Spurs in the Europa League, and I think they have a bigger chance than Man United, even though I don't think significantly both of them have a massive chance. I think both of them, like, obviously, okay, let me put it to you this way. I think Spurs have like a 10% chance. I think Man United have a 0% chance.
And what about Chelsea?
I think I'd take 10%.
No, but I'm being genuine. I'm not even exaggerating.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a realistic number as well.
Yeah, again, it's what's your club motto again? To dare is to do 10%.
No, they changed it. They changed it. It's shine on you, Spurs. Shine on you, Spurs.
All right, yeah, we're not being serious. Yeah, there we go.
No, they fucking did that.
No way.
That can't be real, bro.
No way. True.
You had that motto was the old motto was elite.
Was terrible. Today just had to go. I'm sorry.
You know what? No,
it's
that
a
was not
great
too
motto.
bad.
I love that.
Pretty cool. Yeah,
I love that idea of it. But the thing is, that's like me being like, exercise daily for gains. I don't exercise. Why would I say exercise daily for gains? So it's like Tottenham saying to dares to do. We don't dare, we don't do. We just just involved. We are there too. That's it. So it's like it doesn't make sense coming from
to me. It sounds
how
like
we do, but
is good enough. Like just attempting it and then you've done it. Like,
Spurs mentality.
But this is the thing because it originates. I'll actually give you a legitimate answer about something for the first time on the show, which is. That goes back to something one of our famous historical managers, Bill Nick, said, which was, I would rather fail while aiming high than succeed while aiming low. So it's kind of like try for the best. Even if you don't make it, it's okay because you're still going to be trying for the best.
Jacob's
rather than
Spurs had a chance of winning the league this season, essentially, is what he's saying.
Bro, when we've all played 1 or 2 games, absolutely we can win the fucking league. It's just once we played 10, 12, 15 that I start.
You're so delusional. You know,
it's not delusional. Bro, okay, what does a Crystal Palace fan suck on at night to stay alive thinking that their team is relevant in any form?
Wow, whoa, chill.
I'm not involved.
What? I'm asking a genuine question because think about it. If you don't,
that was an insane comment.
Like, what is your aspirations when you wake up? What are you trying to hope get done? And as a football fan who supports a club, you got to imagine you're like hoping for something. Like for Forest, I'm sure right now this is more than they hoped for, and they're loving life.
I mean, he has a point. It's like getting better to get knocked out of the Champions League, trying to win the Champions League rather than winning the Conference League and celebrating that, right?
Well, I mean, you gotta win what's in front of you. That's all I have to say, man.
It's big up to Dan Potts for the raid. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing on your way in. You know, and when it comes to Errol, I generally don't care what Errol says. You get me? That the guy's. I'm okay. I'm not even gonna say anything about Errol. But anyway, back to the topic. I choose beef this season. I'm not gonna beef anyone. I'm not. This is the year of no beef. But you know,
it's funny you say that. This is my year of helping Gotham burn.
Yeah, listen, I'm doing 2025 year, no beef, so I'm not gonna say anything back to Errol. He can say whatever he wants. He's the
Who's
one.
Errol?
He's the one that before we finished 5th said it's an 8 out of 10 window because we signed Darwin Nunez. So yeah, he's not one to talk about shit takes in the past. I could bring up a whole list. Back to the topic with Tottenham Hotspur. Genuinely now, Jacob, I'm looking at the draw, right? And obviously, someone sent it to me on Snap. Like they sent me, big up to Bashar who's on the chat. He sent me both sides. Okay, I see why people are saying obviously the other side is a bit more difficult, which is fair because the other side has Roma, Bilbao, Fenerbahce. They've got Olympic Lyon. They've got Sociedad. So it's the tougher
I cook
side.
all them right now.
Now, if you do get to the final, in a one-off game, you could beat any of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
You got Ainge
But first,
Postecoglou.
you have to get there.
We've got Ainge Postecoglou.
Bring Ainge.
Come on now. Whenever you go
and
to
nation,
war,
and nation,
you either
You both are Spurs rivals, not even me. One guy is saying Ainge Nation, the other guy is smiling. But what's happened, guys?
bro, he right though. Ainge Nation is up, bro. We eating good. Ainge Nation eating good.
I'm just an Arsenal fan smiling at Ainge, and I've got a Chelsea fan saying Ainge Nation. Utter woke nonsense. Football.
Ainge Nation, bro.
This is me being banter. This is my banter, bro. If I say Ainge Nation, that means I'm having fun. But
I'm torn between supporting my countrymate Ange, who I want to succeed in the Premier League. I don't want to succeed third.
No, think about this, Martin. If Ainge is successful here, think about all those little whiny hotel chair merchant Spurs fans. Like, no, he didn't do it the way I told him to. It's like they always celebrate the losing lottery ticket. You know, they're like, look, bro, I pick losing lottery numbers every year, and I'm right every year. And it will hurt them so much to see, like, I've talked to a lot of different people about it, and I'm just convinced there's a section of Spurs fans that just don't like Tottenham because Tottenham have been abusive to them over the years, and they're just so callous and like cold towards it that when we win, they genuinely don't like it because it's like they cancel their live streams after we win, they don't do shows after we win, and then when we lose, they're fucking live 24 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Because I can't lie to you, that's nasty work, man. You know what I mean?
It is, bro. It is. People, they just literally. They're like, I'm a Tottenham fan, and then we score, and they're like, God damn it. Yeah. And it's like, no, that's good. We're supposed to score.
It's so obvious who you're talking about, by the way. You're not a smart ass. It's so obvious who you're talking about.
No, but I've got Arsenal fans wanting PSV to dunk on us.
We know exactly who you're criticizing over there in Gotham. It's obvious, mate.
you know, for me, I'm concerned, the entire city of Gotham should burn and everyone within it. That's myself included.
You know what I always say, man? Listen. When Chelsea's winning, that's my time to make fun of the players, man. That's what I love, man. When we're winning 3-0, don't worry, man. Kukurea, he
And
found his
speaking
level.
of Chelsea, perfect segue. Let's end on Chelsea and then khalas, we're gonna wrap up. I don't want to stay for too long for no reason. So
let's talk
Mr.
about, man.
Ahmed, big up
Maresca
everyone
out.
locked in. Like the video on your way in. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the
Maresca
channel if you have
out.
to do so. Can I just talk, Jacob? please?
Sorry.
Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are
I
subscribing.
enjoy
Chelsea's
talking,
final
man.
topic of the day before we wrap up.
Let's
Big
talk
up to
about Italians.
Gonzo, Jack, Red Lion, and Dale for the super chats. Big up everyone who supports us. We're on the road to 47k. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. So Chelsea Conference League this Thursday. You get me?
Who
Top
y'all
4
playing?
race.
Kleenex FC?
You know, man, listen, big,
Go ahead, Jacob.
big game,
Go ahead.
big. Listen,
Go ahead,
big
talk
game.
about Chelsea, Jacob. Go ahead. Segue us,
Oh,
mate.
you guys have Conference League coming up. Maresca out, yes. But the first question actually I have for you is, why are players like Cole Palmer?
You're such a loser because I fully expected you to say this.
I am not a clown. I am not. Yeah, I am. Maybe I am not a manager. I am just a coach.
Go ahead, Ahmed. Go ahead.
You know, listen, I wanted to say firstly, can I get Abdi Has to be timed out for a minute, please? You know, I think he's saying a bit of some nasty stuff to me. Abdi Has, I want 1 minute time out. Just very personally.
Abdi Has
I mean,
will never get timed out. He's an OG. He's my
this
brother.
is, well, I'm sorry to have to ask that, you know, man. He's my guy, don't get it twisted, but he needs a little bit of a
And
cheek
he's
humble.
Somali as well. The level of disrespect to the Somali people.
He knows what I'm saying. You know, he's my guy. Don't worry. We
No,
speak.
Is it because of my WWE thing or CM Punk?
Don't worry, man. Just tell it. He just needs a 1 minute.
Captain
little bit of
Phillips?
humble.
Yeah, I
You know
watch
what I mean?
men jump around in their
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Listen,
2025.
you know, you know, I just want to just say firstly, you know, big game, man, big game. It's a very big game. Copenhagen, you know, United know about Copenhagen. It's the reason why they were out the UCL just last season. So that's one thing we need to speak about there.
Because they bought Hoyland from there. Oh wait, no, that's the other.
They lost to
Hoyland.
them in the UCL twice, if I'm not mistaken.
That's Shik, not Ahmed. Wrong guy.
Yeah, so
my bad,
that's the one thing I have to say. You know, listen, they got great players. Oh, University plays for them. You know, Delaney, you know, he used to play for Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund, played for them as well. Larson, quality player. You know, it's gonna be definitely a difficult mission at the end of the day. Away in the cold in Copenhagen, you know what it's like in the Balkans. You know, just winter period. It's not easy, man. It's
No
not easy.
excuses. No
You know,
excuses.
it's not
I
easy,
don't
man. You know what I mean?
Not a
It's gonna, you know, got a weakened squad, injuries, everything like that. It's gonna be a big struggle
Stop being
for us.
shameless. Can you actually stop being shameless? Like, can you stop?
What do you mean? I'm being honest. It's hard, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what do you want me to tell you? No, but on a serious note, obviously.
And Kunku scored. I saw the balloon.
So shout out my Balloon Nation. You know
How
what I mean?
long
That's
has he
my
been
guy.
running around with that Party City balloon in his fucking socks? I don't know, but big shout out to him. He got to air that thing up. Someone's birthday today.
It's his kid's birthday. He does it for his kid. So no, shout out to his kid. So big up to it. So one thing I will say, Copenhagen, we should be beating them. So,
It was his kid's birthday and he abandoned him.
No.
So shout out the kid.
You
No,
can't throw it like that.
I mean, shout out all the
we
abandoned
can't
kids
do
out
it
there. I
like
guess.
that, man. We can't. No, that's crazy, but obviously Copenhagen is a big fixture, right? You know, at the end of the day, their quality side, we just gotta beat them, and I think we'll do. I think we'll beat them. I'm looking at these Brooker games that you're playing. Southampton, who we just beat, Copenhagen away, then Leicester at home, then Copenhagen at home. Essentially, for us to build up to Arsenal, in my personal opinion, right? Because we need to get some points at Arsenal at the end of the day. That's just for us in terms of the top 4 race. In terms of the top 4 race, it's not personal to Arsenal. I'm not saying they're obviously, but I just need to get points because of the top 4 race. It's the
London
reason why.
United, look at us.
So I need us to get points. You know what I mean? So listen, at the end of the day, Copenhagen, I want us to get some goals. I want us to get back into shape. This is like, you know, this is like when a boxer has like the pre-match before the main event. That's what I need to be seeing at Copenhagen. So I'm going.
You talking about Mike
This is
Tyson's
an Arsenal
walkout
fan
for the
thing.
Tyson versus Paul fight where he looked like he
You
was
know,
already
listen,
limping on that
Nafis is
knee?
hating yet. Listen, Nafisa, I hope listen, when we beat you at the Emirates, I'll be there no matter what. Don't worry.
Oh, those are fighting words.
That's it. We'll be there no matter what.
So,
But listen, at the
Is
end of the
Maresca
day,
gonna get the
You
best
know,
out of Cole
Arsenal
Palmer,
versus the
or
big
is that
clubs is like
Pochettino?
the one thing they have for this last 2 years.
you gotta beat them at home. You gotta beat
When's
them
the
at
last
their home.
time you beat Chelsea Arsenal to begin with?
That's
6
I
years
think it's
ago, no?
no, it's only 2 years, 2-3 years ago.
No, Lukaku scored.
Yeah, so it's only 2-3 years ago, bro.
No, it's not.
It's like 4.
Who
It's-
Chelsea?
He was there in 2022, bro. So it's literally 3 years ago, bro. We beat them out because we beat them away.
The
Chill.
one where Reece James scored.
Yeah, it's away. So it's 3 years ago. I think it's something like that. It's like 3 something like that. I think it was the 22-23 season, no? It was the season after we won the UCL. I remember. That's all I remember. But at the end of the day, guys, yeah, we got to beat Copenhagen. We got to beat them convincingly. Hopefully, we can get players are getting back into form. It looks like style of play is starting to work now that we've cheeked it. So we just got to beat Copenhagen, man. Simple as that, really.
Martin, Jacob, anything you want to say on Chelsea?
Is Maresca going to get the best of Cole Palmer, or is that just a Poch thing?
You know, I just think of Palmer right now is just he's out of form. I feel like he should have been hooked off a lot more earlier in terms of like when this rot was beginning back in the end of December. Yeah, like taking off substituted. That's what I would say. Yes, I'm not saying anything wrong right there because like I feel like now he's getting too desperate right now, right? In terms of like if you look at that Southampton game, he's doing a bit too much there at the end of the day. And I just think for me, he needs to be taken out for a game. Sometimes when you're a player, you're out of form. You need to be just taken out of the firing line, bro. Like, listen, you're doing too much. Hold a one game, sit down, Southampton, come back in for the next game.
Am I
That's what you
mistaken
probably
that
need.
he was right wing last season and was allowed to drift inside whenever he was, and now he's being played as a 10 exclusively or a second striker as well? Is that right?
He's playing as a 10 essentially. That's what he's doing. So, but the thing is, like, he's basically been given like a free roam role. So, like, he's not really doing as much of a difference as he was on the right wing because on the right wing he was cut inside essentially into that area. So it's like you're basically already in the area to begin with. So for me, I don't think that's much of an issue. At the end of the day, just about him relaxing. I think he's starting to overcomplicate stuff himself because I think he's just getting into his head. Sometimes, bro, you just need to relax, breathe, just go through the motions, and it'll be good. And again, part of that for me is that the manager needs to realize. I should have realized earlier they had to sit down. Now we can't do that. Now we can't do that because of the fact that obviously, you know, we've lost a lot of players on loan and being sold. So that was the part
I do think, look, Ahmed, I'm not like even gonna open up this whole Poch thing because I know you were fair with his criticism. You were never one of those unfair guys. So you like you don't no he was never that guy. You don't deserve smoke like this. But the one thing I did say pre-season is I think Poch gave Palmer the keys, and I don't think Maresca would do that. And it's been proven right now. Like, even if you look at Mbappe's numbers at PSG, his best numbers were under Poch. He always looks, okay, who's your best attacker? Yalla, cook, habibi. He gives him the keys, he gives him freedom. And I think Palmer got freedom like last season. Yeah. And I don't think he has the similar or same freedom this year. I think this year, it's a different thing where they're looking at... like, you know, doing like this whole we're a team, we're not a one-man guy.
But thing. I think that's necessary. I would probably argue that.
But can I give you a counter argument for that?
I'm willing to listen to that.
The best team in the world, you could say right now, are completely reliant for their attack through one guy, like 99%.
I get that. I get that. But I think if you look at it over time, right, it's not good. That I wouldn't say that's a successful thing. If that makes sense, right? Just consistently relying on one guy every single time. Eventually, you know, these other guys have to contribute on some level. That's the one thing I will just counteract to you.
But there's a difference between relying on someone and giving the keys and allowing them freedom to do their work.
Yeah, because like for me, Palmer is still kind of relied upon, right, in the team. We rely on him to score goals. We're still kind of on some level Palmer FC in terms of the stuff that happens. He's creating the most chances for us. At the end of the day, so on some level, he is doing what he needs. He is. We are relying upon him, but at the same time, you know, we can't give him just the keys because then it's like we're putting less pressure on a guy like a Neto, a guy like a Nkunku, a guy like a Jackson. We're like, listen, you don't need to put on that much pressure, right? Because then we're making it too easier for all these other guys as well. Which is, I don't think is fair at the end of the day.
So what's the excuse for Gusto? Why he's better playing under Poch?
That one, I think the thing of Gusto is that I think it's two things. Sometimes when a young player has like a really great breakout season, as he did with us last season, sometimes they also have like a low second season. That's part of it. I think the second thing though is that he's learning.
You better talk nicely to Destiny Udogi then.
Listen, tranquilo. Second reason is that I think Maresca is trying to get him to learn this inverted role, right? And like I think it's kind of become quite hard for him to do that because and I think it's just about a learning process of him. That's all it is, bro.
So he's not a good learner.
It's a very objective response, but like I look at like some of the
off-brand French Montana.
Listen, mate, I'm not gonna tell you Gusto's better than Destiny, whoever he is, bro. Okay, so put some respect to my.
That's not true because the basis that which you no, hang on, Sam, hang on, no, because the basis of logic that you just applied for Gusto is the same fucking thing for Destiny. He had a breakout year in his first year with us. He looked great, and Destiny Udogi.
I don't know who that is, man.
Yes, you do.
See, that's how trashy he is. That's how trashy he is.
Some guy is just because he has braids in the French league, but you trying to act like you don't know Destiny Udogi.
That name is so 2023. We've moved on. But here's the thing with the Chelsea conversation. Let me just say this. I hear Ahmed's logic and he gives sound reasoning to it. But my only thing is, like, you look at some of the best teams ever, and genuinely 90% of the time someone gets the keys. Like, even probably Jacob would tell you, best Spurs version he saw was when Kane had the keys. Like Martin, obviously Henry had the keys. You look at even probably Barcelona's most successful era was when like Messi had the keys, do whatever the hell you want.
But my argument would be, Sam, even if you do like given the keys.
Okay, this is my
best. No. I'm actually gonna support your. I'm gonna support your comment, right? I'm gonna be like, but isn't Palmer still technically being given the key? He's being told, you do the creation, you do everything. We're giving you a free run role. Do what you need to do to make this team tick. So, like, on some level, he's being given the free role, no?
I think there's a difference between giving the keys and giving the freedom to not do anything like defensive. Perhaps that he might have been like a right winger before. It stops him from having to be a 10 in the midfield and do a lot more of the heavy lifting when you guys are in possession. So I think, he can be given more of a leadership role, and he maybe is struggling under the pressure of that. Whereas before he was kind of just a free attacker, cause chaos, and he was more on the end of things than he was now. So I think you've got a problem. Even if he does create, you don't really have the people with the clinical nature to finish stuff off.
That's part of the, I get that. I agree
Maybe
with
if your
one.
manager knows how to use, the GOAT, Christopher Nkunku, but hey, he doesn't.
He knows how to use Christopher.
Gotta just blow balloons by
it
himself.
is. I don't know if you know this, Jacob, but Christopher Nkunku is one of my favorite players, and I was really hyped when we got him. My issue is the way we play does not suit him, and he's kind of making the whole team suited to be around Palmer's style of play, and that is part of the problem with Nkunku, in my personal opinion. The other part of it also is that he clearly wants to leave the club too, which is not helping us in that aspect. I don't blame as well.
Him. And Felix is coming back.
I prefer not to speak on Felix. I prefer not to speak. My issue with Felix, is that, listen, man, I wanted the other striker kid, but they were calling me a madman in the summer. Now they asking for this kid. Samu, mate, Samu.
Omorodian.
But I don't want to speak too much on that one.
Tottenham got linked with him last week.
Yeah, man. If he goes to Tottenham, I'm gonna be heartbroken.
He's a good player. The thing is, like,
isn't Omaridian like a type of stone that they mine?
No, he's a good player who scored 2 goals against Man United.
Now,
with this conversation, I do think, though, the same thing that you said to Shik, there is an element of it in your fan base, which is scapegoating. I'll be honest with you.
I know.
Yes, you're the one fan base, like the guy that Jacob mentioned. It was his fault for like 2 weeks, and it was Sanchez's fault for like 2 weeks, and it was this guy's fault, and it was that guy's fault. And I feel like there's never an overall conversation. Like the Maresca Brighton week was embarrassing. You lose to them, and then you go back to them on a Friday. You play even worse than the first time you went there, and you lose again, and you get knocked out again. Like, I actually think Chelsea fans are probably even worse than Man United fans at scapegoating. I do think you need to, just sometimes address the elephant in the room, which is something that Ahmed's been addressing, which is why I'm a subscriber to the Bridge Nation and I love his content, which is the scouts and the people upstairs and all this. They called Ahmed stupid when he wanted Sorloth. I backed him. I said, you're right. You should have gotten Sorloth. He wanted Samu. I laughed a little bit, I can't lie, at the time. But now probably would have been better. But had they signed Sorloth, but when you say there's an agenda on every player in our fan base, right? Let me tell you something, Abdihas. It doesn't seem like anyone in the Chelsea fan base just wants Chelsea to do better. Like, it's always like, I want my player to do better than your player. Like, that's basically what's going on. Like, this guy nation versus that guy nation. But anyway,
I'm all the nations, isn't it? I'm all the nations.
It's almost like the guy creating all these nations is creating all the divide within the fan base.
Listen,
those who draw territorial lines create the divide.
I give everyone nations, bro. You know what I mean? I give everyone nations. I back all my players equally.
Yeah, well, that's what they did in America, and look at where we're at now. They gave
You know
us
what I mean?
50
The
little
only guy
nations.
that I don't back, the only guy I don't back, you know, is just Kukurea. But hey, we move. Nah, I'm sorry, Kukurea.
You
That's
sound-
easy,
you
too
sound
easy,
like,
too easy,
At least
too
you're
easy. That
honest.
was too easy. That was
You
too easy.
sound
That was
like
too
me.
easy.
You sound like me 10 years from now. I love all my 4 wives equally. Correct.
That's
Anyway,
it,
big up
man.
to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Tomorrow, inshallah, we've got Hussam x Tom x Kopish at 1:15 p.m. UK time. And then I'm live for Atleti versus Real Madrid and PSV Arsenal. So I'm going to be doing both games, one on my BN Connect and one on the TV. So we're going to be watching both if you would like. I'm going to be supporting Arsenal because it's not cinema enough for them to lose to PSV. That's like that's a weak.
Let us start a Real
fucking
Madrid.
fraud.
That's a weak
You're a
movie.
fraud, mate.
If they get Real Madrid,
You
they're going to
are
lose by
weak
10
for
goals,
that.
Jacob.
I'm going
Okay,
for
Jacob.
Arsenal so that way
Okay,
the
Jacob, okay,
Arsenal
Jacob,
people
Jacob.
will be in the
Jacob,
chat
can
and
I
say
ask you a
thank you,
question?
Hussam.
Can I ask you a question, Jacob? Jacob, stop and listen to the logic.
Oh,
Let's say they lose to PSV 2-1 on aggregate, right? Versus losing to Real Madrid 10-2 on aggregate. Then what? See what I'm saying? Which one is more?
I'm
painful?
more of a let me see the victim now rather than let me see the decomposed body.
do you trust their front line to beat PSV though?
I'm doing
a good point.
chess. I'm doing
But
chess, mate.
Abdi has a
No,
Real
I
good
think
Madrid
point.
lost to Real
PSV is
Madrid
kind of
too.
Arsenal's
So,
level right now in
there's
Europe.
that.
So
Yo,
Yeah.
that's why it's not fun if they lose to them. They'll just say, "Oh my God, we have Moreno up top." But if they lose to Madrid like by 10 goals, that's
well, you
more
could
fun.
just ask him what's a Eindhoven, because I'm still trying
Oh,
to
here
figure
we
out what
go,
the hell
mate.
is an Eindhoven.
Here we go, mate. Here we go.
Anyway, this stream's gonna take you over to Shik TV, Mud Brothers. Make sure, guys, go tell him Hussam Raid in the chat. Subscribe to United Spurs of America. Subscribe to the Bridge Nation. Subscribe to Carefree Lewis G, Egal Talks Football, Vator Games TV, and Shik TV that we're sending you over there. Martin is just a traveler, Ibn Battuta. You get me just traveling out here. Yeah, in 25 minutes, I'm going on PSG International as well to preview PSG Liverpool. So I'm going to go tell those wee merchants that we're going to burn their stadium and make it into a croissant oven. See you guys later, man.
Well, they're burning their own city, I think. Isn't that what they're doing out there in Paris?
I ended the